But here we are anyway, all good. How do they know to go to a new video? Yeah, I don't think they do, unfortunately. So we're going to have at least one person come in over the next little bit and say, like, hey, the old YouTube is not working. Hey, Resorty, make the YouTube work. And let's say it is working, just not where you're watching. That's fine. HPG, it's good seeing you. Hey, a bud to you also. Hope you're having a good day. Happy weekend to you. Happy weekend to everybody, and hope things are good. HPG, I'm just curious. Did you end up joining the stream just now because you saw the pop-up? It's like Resorty is live. Because if so, I have a strategy for picking up more viewership. And it's going to be a once-an-hour disconnect. We're going to agree on this, friends. We're going to say, okay, it's time to pick up more viewers by having a little pop-up go that says Resorty is now live. This is good. We should... No. Regardless, let's go ahead and do the word of the day as promised. Would I gain more than I lose? I mean, if I get you all to agree that you will stick around for the very brief, like 30-second disconnection, then maybe we're good to go. But you're right. I'd lose lurkers, and then especially after I'd lose anyone watching YouTube on their TV screen. I would also lose those who have raided in. All right. We won't do this. We want to, but we won't. Friends, the word of the day is rescind. Rescind. Jim, I'm guessing you know full well the meaning of the word rescind. If not, get ready to learn a little bit, and I will not rescind that offer. Here we go. Wait, real quick, what was yesterday's word of the day? Oh, boffo. We have boffo no one knew, other than old me. It really surprised me no one knew it. Anyway, to rescind something, such as a law, a contract, agreement, and so on, is to end it officially. Rescind can also mean to take back or to cancel. Given the appeal court's recent decision, it's likely the law will be rescinded. And then the company later rescinded its offer. Here's an example in context, and we'll see how it goes. A state environmental oversight board voted unanimously to rescind a controversial proposal that would have permitted California municipal landfills to accept contaminated soil that's currently required to be dumped at sites specifically designated and approved for hazardous waste. As always, the in context always do go on a little while, and by the end of it, I forget. I forget what it's all about. Yeah, it's always a little bit long there. I mean, I guess it does help the person who's brand new to the word see how it's used, not in an example sentence, but in an actual sentence rather. And that is something. This of course points to like the issue of Superfund sites and the places where Superfund sites for contaminated waste tend to go in the U.S. next to the poor communities, especially the African American ones. Did you know rescind and the lesser known words excind and prescind all come from the Latin verb scindere, meaning to split, to cleave, or to separate. Rescind was adapted from its Latin predecessor, rescindere, in the 16th century, and prescind from praescindere, and excind from exscindere followed in the next century. Excind means to cut off or to excise, and prescind means to withdraw one's attention. But of the three borrowings, only rescind established itself as a common English term. Today, rescind is most often heard in context having to do with the withdrawal of an offer, an award, or privilege, or with the invalidation of law or policy. There you go, our word of the day, rescind. The prescind and excind are interesting also. There's a philosopher named Meinong who is very concerned about how things that we could not see but we needed to have to make sense of thought could exist. And he said, don't worry, they don't exist. They don't have being. Instead, they prescind. Don't you worry. Friends, welcome. Thank you for the generous raid, Arbor Day, Ebony Star. Good to see you both sincerely. You were doing just chatting today, Arbor Day. What kind of chatting were you doing? How was you? How was you? Sorry. How were you filling your afternoon or evening? Over here in Tokyo, I'm just waking up. Actually, it's about 9:11 a.m. and we're doing a little bit of opening here, doing a little bit of story time and some fun little games together before we move into today's chess stream. Well, you're smoking weed. You do you, fam. Dap. I hope you're chilling out on this lovely Friday. Celebrating Friday. Awesome. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Always cool to relax. Whatever way you want to relax, all good. Do I need to have a dap emote so when I say dap, you all respond with the same? Incidentally, I learned the word dap from President Obama. And if that is not a condemnation of me in a lot of ways, I'm not sure what is. But yes, I didn't know the word DAP, D-A-P, until Obama's presidency, and there you go. Friends, so a little quiz for you. A word you might know or might not know. Fill in the blanks to complete a word that can mean to cancel or to eliminate. Cancel or eliminate. I think the context you might know it best is rocketry, perhaps? What does this word mean? Cancel or eliminate? Oh, Radic is saying strip. I think it's probably scrub or scrap. Scrap, scrub. There are lots of words here. There are lots of words here that could be much the same. But I do think it is probably scrub. But we'll see. If the president uses a word, it's no longer cool. Hello, ChatGPT. I need your help urgently. Ready to go. All right. Assuming the word cool means with it or popularly known, who was America's coolest president? There's a syntax error in my search query. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you question my syntax? This is not a search, semicolon. This is a conversation. Try again, Robo Brains. Here are a few cool presidents. John F. Kennedy, Barack Obama, Theodore Roosevelt, no, not Ronald Reagan. Friends, my claim is that if a cool president uses a term, that person is still able to use the word coolly. No Clinton. Clinton's a vegan now. He's slimmed down. No longer is he Mick Clinton, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I hate to say that Obama is the coolest of cool presidents. And it is a recency bias thing. I do not know all the American presidents, unfortunately. I wish I knew more about all of them. Like John Tyler has some possibilities. But yeah, Barack Obama, pretty cool. Reagan was the definition of cool. I think he was back during his years as a movie star. But I think once he got into politics, like the coolness became this weird, like, come listen to dad tell you how you ought to be. And I'm not sure that moralizing is ever cool. I mean, I engage in it all the time, and that definitionally makes it uncool. I'm not sure. John Tyler's 2 living grandchildren, but I think one of them may have died recently. But yeah, old presidents still have grandchildren hanging around if they're nice and young. Oh, interesting. Do these resonate with you? Or do you have a different president in mind who you think fits the bill? There's one really cool president who fits the bill. He plays saxophone. And, oh boy, what else is cool about him? Well, not that. And goes for runs in short shorts. Tell me the cool bill and why he's so cool. The cool Bill is Bill Clinton. The saxophone man and jogging in short shorts. This was pretty darn cool. I know some people who have met Clinton a couple times, and they've said that he has an amazing memory for faces and names. That he one of my friends who works in the foreign service, so U.S. diplomatic policy, said that he met Clinton when he was, I don't know, I think just the president elect for his first candidacy, and then met him again like 15 years later, and Clinton called him by name after 15 years. And apparently the guy said when Clinton talks to you, even in a very crowded room, even when he's surrounded by Secret Service and people who want attention, you feel like you're the only person in the universe. And so apparently this is the kind of charisma the man has that got him elected initially, was just that ability to make people feel like they matter and like he was really listening to them. Now, of course, he's a Rhodes Scholar, so listening and engaging with ideas he does very, very well. But yeah, that's a kind of charisma that I do not have and very few people have. So, all right, there we go. Dapping is cool, even though Obama himself said the word. There you go. Is this strip? Is this scrub? Is this scrap? Which one is it? Scrub. Isn't there a song by TLC called No Scrubs? I only remember a bit of it right now, so I'll save you the singing. But yeah, no scrubs. What does the noun scrub mean per se? Apparently our friend is it this? A person of insignificant size or standing. Is TLC the origin of the cultural bias against people who are under 6 feet tall? That's right, Ebony. Yeah, a guy can't get no love from me. Oh, that's right. Very good. Thank you for remembering the lyrics. Wow. Wow. A bench warmer in sports, yet not part of the first string. A scrub player. I don't think I know that usage. I don't think I would use that usage, certainly. Or you speak ill of domestic animals. My goodness. TLC throwing some real shade out there. No short king for TLC. I love that the phrase short king has come into general currency. Now, maybe it's already past usage of the youth, but yeah, when I hear about like go on short king, I'm very, very pleased. Friends, let's go and play some trivia. Yesterday was bad. Yesterday was really, really bad. There were questions about like booze. There were questions about pop culture. It was a disaster. Today, though, let's get at least 6 points. I believe in us. Good luck and Godspeed. Here we go. Around the same time, 19th century Germans were reviving gymnasia. London draper George Williams founded what organization? So gymnasia, the plural of gymnasiums. As you might know, the word gymnasium comes from the Greek word meaning to be naked. The gymnasium, a place to be naked while you wrestle. I'm going to say it's fun to stay at the YMCA, the Young Man's Christian Association in those days. There you go. There you go. Are the rules, how do you play? So Ebony, for this kind of game, you can talk and chat, you can have some fun, you can interact, but I'll be ignoring chat entirely. Because I want to get this one myself. I want to try my best to do it solo. Now, the next game is the game that you can play also. It'll be coming in just a few minutes, unless I get distracted. Something like that. Number two, for some damned reason, the opening theme of Final Fantasy 15 is a Florence and the Machine cover of what 1961 hit. Hello, pop culture, my old friend. So I've not played Final Fantasy 15. I like Final Fantasy quite a bit. I would love to get some Magic the Gathering card from Final Fantasy, but I suspect that the damned reason is a reference to a lyric or something involving that. The only Florence the Machine song I know is about the dog days being over, and then like something like hee like a donkey possibly. I like that song quite a bit, but Yeah, I just don't know. I honestly just don't know, and I wish I knew the reference here, but it's beyond me. So, let's say something Elvis. Is Elvis 61? Probably not. How about the Beatles? Are there any Beatles songs in which the Beatles people curse? Or are they those like wholesome boys from Liverpool wouldn't say a cuss ever? Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna do Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band because I like our Chatter Pepper very much. Lonely Heart Club, etc. Oh my goodness, D26 Vex. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Really generous of you. Happy weekend, and that's very very kind. Hope everyone a good day. Thanks for the $10. Means the world. Seriously. Feels nice. Muhammad Ali in 1963 and John Lennon in 1975. Just two of the many disparate folks who covered what Ben E. King number. I had no idea that Muhammad Ali was a singer. I know that he is the greatest in some sense when it comes to boxing, but no idea. I mean, right, John Lennon sings Imagine. I think it's his original piece. Genuinely no idea. So I'm going to pretend that it's that song by Simon and Garfunkel, The Boxer, which is a great song about a great person. Surely Muhammad Ali sang that. That's false. False for sure. Okay, if the mountain should crumble to the sea, go ahead and hum what song there's a coming of age Stephen King adaptation named for it. So I know the opening line here. At some point in my life, I've heard about if the mountains crumble into the sea. Is it forever and ever? You'll stay in my heart and I will love you forever. I think it might be that, but I'm ready to look like an absolute fool. Are you forever? No. It's bada bump, bum, yada bump. Amazing. So, why? Why? Is Final Fantasy 15 using that song? And of course, Stand By Me is a Stephen King piece. I forgot. I thought horror very quickly there. All right, bad job me. Number 3, only one big failure so far. Published between 2003 and 2007, the dystopian kid series, The Underland Chronicles, was by the author of what later more famous trilogy. I'll tell you directly, I know almost nothing about kids lit. I know about Harry Potter, but that is, I believe, 7 books long, possibly. I wonder if it's Lemony Snicket. That's a name I know. I know that he wrote some books about something Jim Carrey. So this is going in based on it's the only children's author of the era I know. Lemony? I think Lemony Snicket? Unfortunate. Published earlier this year and already set to be a major motion picture next fall, Sunrise on the Reaping is the latest book in what franchise? So Reaping has to do with being a farmer. Is it possible they've done like a reboot of Charlotte's Web, in which Charlotte's actually a fully automated cyborg with machine gun technology and decides to defend Wilbur against all enemies, foreign and domestic? I have really no idea, unfortunately. This is beyond my ken, as the phrase says it. We'll say, what franchise? Here, George R.R. Martin finally got to making the next book in the Game of Thrones series. Unfortunate. Already Oscar nominated and an X-person. X-person? What's that? Oh, does that mean like a person who's on Twitter? Jennifer Lawrence became a household name shooting arrows in what 2012 film? Oh, it's The Hunger Games. Noms, no, that's not true. Don't tell her I said that. My last girlfriend before Noms liked The Hunger Games very, very much. Yep, okay. Hooray, it's The Hunger Games. I am now not reading chat because messing up my wife and my last girlfriend, not a good call. Number 4. In 1957, who became the first person to fly from California to New York at an average speed above Mach 1? So I believe Chuck Yeager was the first person to break the sound barrier. I don't know if he did it at this point, but I know he's an early test pilot. I believe one of the first flying simulation games I have was Chuck Yeager's something. Now, I remember in his later life, I began finding Yeager distasteful for some reason. Is it because I don't like Jaeger? Okay. I think it's probably Chuck Yeager. But how is this spelled? I think it's Eager. Unfortunate. Well, that's pretty bad. In Hidden Figures, Katherine Johnson used Euler's method to save the butt of what Mercury 7 guy? Oh boy. I know Neil Armstrong was a test pilot before he went to the moon. But I don't know. Was he on Mercury 7 also? I don't think so. But let's see if this is right. Let's see. All right. In 1988, what 77-year-old astronaut turned senator became the oldest person to ever orbit the Earth? It's John Glenn. John Glenn is a senator. Also, if you question him too much about did he go to space, he'll punch you. There's an actual picture of this. I believe that's how it goes. Excellent. 1 point, no problem. A plus yes. That's right, he'll punch you in the face even. 5 points. I need 1 point on this last one to do better than yesterday. Let's see what we can do. Thanks to its shape, your amygdala is named for the Greek for what culinary nut? So the pineal gland looks like a pine cone. Amygdala. Amygdala. Are there any other English words that come from amygdala? None I can think of. I mean, the almond is calling to me because of the sharing A. Is an almond culinary? I mean, we chop it up and throw it into our salad sometimes. Amygdala. There's the walnuts, there's the cashew, there's the pistachio. I can do this all day. We're just going almond. Excellent. Oh, right. Oh, Buzz Aldrin punches people? I apologize. Buzz Aldrin punches people. John Glenn does not. My apologies for that absolute slander against the man. There we go, though. We end up with 8 points. That's roughly my average. I will absolutely take it. We had some pop culture trouble in the middle, but that is how it goes. Very good. More of that next time. All right, friends. It is time for you to play also. Welcome to the Redactyl. I know we have a new viewer today who seems very, very cool. Ebony Star's I'm calling you out right now. This is a game in which you attempt to uncover a Wikipedia page. I swear it's more fun than it sounds. I'll be putting you in slow mode. Once every 30 seconds, you may guess any word of your choosing. I will type it into the page, and we'll together uncover a Wikipedia page. Described abstractly as a very, very strange game. Let's go ahead and refresh this thing. Here's today's page, friends. Puzzle 1192. Slow mode is on. Give me any word you want, and let's see what comes of this. Modern is word number 1. There are 8 moderns in here. Good job. Is it a history word? There are 13 histories. How about a system word? There are 13 systems. It's coming together very nicely already. Is a country involved? There are 16 countries. Absolutely perfect hit so far. How about some water? No water, unfortunately. How about is it space? Space is not involved. How about language? 14 language references. How about philosophy? There are no philosophy references here. Very sad day. Is design with us? There are 2 designs. How about ancient things? There are 4 ancient things. How about the potato? No potatoes today. Is military on it? There's 1 military. How about war? What is it good for? It's good for 4 points today. How about physics? There are no physics words. Is it an art word? No art, unfortunately. Is democracy with us in the room? I see democracy nowhere, unfortunately. How about the word windows? None of those. How about mathematics? No math today. Hey, Madam Strange, good seeing you. Sound, there are 2 sounds, good job. Is Asia here? None of those. How about tools? There's 2 tools. How about the word biology? There are no biologies. Friends, are at guess 22. If we hit 50 without really getting it figured out, we'll go and scroll down and see where the hits are. How about communication? There's none of those. How about the word architect? There are no architects today. Is it a battle? No battles, unfortunately. Not war at all today. Let's give peace a chance. Engineering, not online. Times, there are 15 times. Is the word chemical. There are no chemicals. How about legal? 20 legals. All right, first paragraph getting filled in there. How about law? There's 30 laws. How about strategy? There are none of those. How about a machine? One of those. How about binary? No binary today. Does it involve commerce? No commerce. How about science? I think we did science before. We didn't actually. Zero science. The word N, there are 6 N's. We did system for sure. Is it economics today? No economics. How about a thermo? Nothing about heating things up, apparently. Are citizens with us? There's one citizen. How about a municipal thing? Does it involve cities? Not a city law. How about a penal law? No penal laws. Is it the Supreme Court? No. How about a case? There are 11 cases mentioned somewhere. Does it involve using things? Use is not allowed in this game. I'm not sure why not. Is it in the Constitution? There are no constitutional references here. Is it a person? There are 8 people somewhere. Is it a rule? 5 of those. Is our friend Hammurabi show up? There is a Hammurabian reference. An eye for an eye and so on. Is it involved the judiciary? There are no judicial references. How about divorces? There are 6 divorces. How about governance? 0 governance per se. I believe we did language earlier, but we'll check. Language is already hit for 14. How about rights? There are 13 rights. Good job. How about arbitrage? Fortunately, no arbitrage today. Does it involve people's autonomy? 0 autonomy, unfortunately. Is it a code? There are 2 code references. How about emancipation? Freedom there? No. Are there torts involved? No torts today. Is it a social thing? 25 of those. A civil thing? There's 2. How about a defense thing? Defense, clap and clap, none. How about the chancery? I love it, but no. Lawyer, no. Example, 17 examples. Jurisdiction, 3. I'm going to pause now. Let's go ahead and see what the big hits are so far. You have lots of good guesses. We'll continue. But you see in the first paragraph there's a reference to something about a person. There's references of legal systems, maybe. All right. What is the biggest hit so far? Biggest hit so far is on law, I believe. Law and social are both pretty good. So we're going to look at a couple laws and see if they help us even a little bit. So law number 1 is found first paragraph. Then so under uppercase something law, we go down again, bunch of laws there, blah, blah to modern blah, few laws. All right, laws reference a lot, but not really in a way that's super helpful. But maybe this will help us get directed somehow. All right, that's enough right now. Let's go and put some more answers in and see what comes of it. To the top we go. Whoops, we did jurisdiction last. Let's see where we are. I may have missed some, so I apologize. How about a court? There's 6 courts. How about the word legal? There are legal done earlier, unfortunately. How about individual? I like that. Individual, there are 14. Mean or means, there are 6. How about the word Roman? There are 7 Romans mentioned. Is it a guardian? No guardians today. Is it about class? There are 5 class references somewhere. Maybe some kind of class-based suit. I don't know. Is it a definitional word? Is definition with us in the room? There are no definitions. How about common law? There's 13 references of common. How about the contract form? There's 7 contracts somewhere. How about Sachsenspiegel? Sachsenspiegel seems unlikely. Unfortunately not. Right, I believe we did. We did. Person, we've done also. How about precedence? Without precedence, unfortunately. Friends, an ad break is coming. After the ad break, we'll play 1 or 2 quick Wikipedia games, and then chess, I promise. Is it a process? There are 11 processes. Good job. Is it an empire? There are 3 of those. Is history involved? We did that earlier. How about assuming? There's 1 assume. Very good. How about causation? No causes here. How about counsel? There's no counsel here. We had people earlier. How about arbitration? No arbitration. How about time? Did it earlier. Attorney, there's none. Born, none. 9, sorry. Friends, I want to go and try one and see what happens here. I'm going to put in the word legal appeal. Appeal's not part of it. I apologize. Is it property law? 2 properties. How about the word trespass? 2 properties, but no trespass. Adoption. Love the idea. It's adoption. Radicus adoption. Radicus, don't you do this each day before stream? Well done, my friend. I'm sure you didn't, but friends, it's adoption. The legal process of adopting. I vaguely think we did this one recently. Vaguely comes to mind here. We did it recently. Regardless, GG, well done. That was a tough one, wasn't it? It was tough to narrow us down. We had legal things, but then what kind of legal things would it be? So after guess 60 or so, we had example and individual, and then process, legal process, something being born. I don't know. That was enjoyable. Ebony, I'm glad it was enjoyable. As the ad begins, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Adoption is a process whereby a person assumes the parenting of another, usually a child, from that person's biological or legal parent or parents. Legal adoptions permanently transfer all rights and responsibilities, along with filiation, from the biological parents to the adoptive parents. I'm now absolutely certain that I've looked at this this post at least once before, because I remember saying the word filiation and being absolutely delighted to use it. Unlike guardianship or other systems designed for the care of the young, adoptions intend to effect a permanent change of status, and as such requires societal recognition, either through legal or religious sanction. Historically, some societies have enacted specific laws governing adoption, while others use less formal means, notably contracts that have specified inheritance rights and paternal responsibilities without an accompanying transfer of filiation. Modern systems of adoption arising in the 20th century tend to be governed by comprehensive statutes and regulations. I now remember that when we hit this point in the discussion, I said, I'm sure you know the Japanese imperial family claims to be one line from the sun goddess all the way through the current emperor. And that's not quite true biologically, because there have been times when an emperor has adopted someone from a different family line, usually a cousin, to continue on the imperial line. There you go. They've run out of Wikipedia pages. I mean, as you know, I think, it does randomly select one of the top 10,000, and so math gets us again. Friends, I want to do one more quick thing before the chess, and I want to go back to Big Resorty. Hello, friends. And from here, I'd like very much to play the Wikipedia game. So, in just a moment here, I'll be putting a Wikipedia page on my screen, but not on your screen. And you'll be able to ask any yes-no question you want to, of any form, really, and that'll allow you to narrow down what the Wikipedia page is. So for today, I'm going to do this one right here, I think. Is that a good one? I think that's a good one. Okay, friends, I see something before my eyes. It is a Wikipedia page of my own selection. We'll do one from the community also afterwards. Ask any yes-no question you want to. Here we go. Is it adoption? It is not adoption. A physical object? It's not. Is it unique? I'm going to say it's not unique, no. Is it a place? It's not a place, no. Unfortunately not. Would it burn or expose to a flame? It would not do so. Is it an emotion? It's not an emotion, no. Is it a concept? I'll say yes, it's a concept, sure. Is it a person? It's not a person? Nope. Can't offer any hints yet. A bunch of hints come to mind, but we're still in the early narrowing phase. We know it's a concept of some sort, and really that's all we know so far. Is it political? I'll say no, not in normal sense, not political today. Dogberry, I've noticed your mind goes political very early in these days. Politics takes over everything, doesn't it? Is it an abstract concept? No, it is instantiated. Is it a theory? Sure. It's a theory in some sense, but I wouldn't read into that too much. Is it a concept used to describe or theorize about something in our universe? Yeah, absolutely. You have a certain pattern? Oh, Dogberry, it's absolutely fine. You use whatever pattern you want to. You know, there's someone, I think Shadow Avatar, who every day in the redactyl says modern first. You do your patterns all good. Is it related to STEM field? It's not a STEM field. No. Is it a learned idea? Sure, absolutely. Do you commonly encounter it? I don't think you'd readily encounter this. No. Is it typically taught in U.S. primary or secondary education? Yes, it is. Is it bigger than a bread box? No, it's not. Is it related to art? It is related to art, yes. Yes, it is. Is it bigger than a bread box in a conceptual sense? No. I think if I had to measure the size of concepts, I believe the bread box is a bigger concept. Is it? I don't know. It's confusing to me. Is it related to entertainment? Not in the normal sense. Is it painting? It's not painting. Is it a style? It is a style of some sense. Is it a fresco? No. Is it a style of art? Yes. Is it the golden ratio? It is not the golden ratio today. Was it known before 1400? It was not before 1400, no. Is it a concept later than the 19th century? It is not later than the 19th century, no. Not later than the 19th century. Come on, art historians, you can do it. Art Deco? Nope, not Art Deco. You're very close, though. I'm sure you're going to get it very, very soon. Very soon. Cubism? Not Cubism, no. If you saw it in a museum, would you say, this ain't art? My 5-year-old could do this. You would not say that, no. Hey, Brandito, not Art Deco, no. Is it pointillism? Good job, team. It is indeed pointillism. A good one to get you warmed up. There you go. Your Seurat, your Signa. Point. You all know the most famous these ones. The Sunday in a Park with George one. Is it here? Is it here? There it is. Sunday afternoon on Le Jeté. There's an absolutely beautiful... actually, the one of this is in the Art Institute of Chicago. It is absolutely huge. Absolutely gigantic to see this thing in front of your eyes. It takes up a whole huge wall. And then you can stand in nice and close and see it is the case. This thing is made with so many little dots all the way through. Exactly, Dogberries. Sunday in the Park with George is a musical that Stephen Sondheim made, in which he has characters on stage in these positions, holding the umbrellas and sitting on the ground, and they come to life. And they live their life from this moment. And it's one of these things, like there's a certain kind of implied movement in this thing. There's a certain kind of implied what people are up to. And Sondheim takes that and makes a whole show out of it. It's very, very good indeed. Very good indeed. All right, friends. Klaus gives a gift sub to the community. Klaus, thank you very much for your gift sub to I'm Caffeine Fiend. And with that, I believe Klaus is lobbying that his particular page comes up for the second and final Wikipedia game today. And Klaus, I'm just fine with that. Always good for bribery. With that said, I forgot to show you something. I'm very sorry. Friends, overnight, I took a new picture of beloved Cat Fritz. If you're on the Discord, you've already seen it. But if you're not, well, you haven't. So friends, it is time for me to get a brand new Cat Fritz picture out. And this one, I want to say one of my finest. One of the pretty good ones I've made recently. So friends, feast your eyes upon the new Fritz picture. Aww, that's also my arm. Those of you who are gradually constructing a picture of my body by cutting out small pieces of pictures, there's the arm for you. But he's a very good boy. This is what he does right after stream. Right after stream, all he wants is me to sit down and eat my sandwich with one hand and rub his stomach with the other hand. It makes him so unbelievably happy. So there you go. Picture of Cat Fritz hanging out. Hopefully it's a lovely thing for you. We stuck with that picture for the next, month or so, so hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like it. Very good. Let's go ahead and do, as mentioned, one more Wikipedia game. This one by our friend Klaus. I see many more of you have submitted ideas. We'll get to some of them on Monday. Of course, we can't get them all, but gosh, wouldn't it be great if we could? All right. Klaus's idea is... Where are you, Klaus? Where are you? I have right now about 7 or 8 different DMs open on the Discord. My apologies for that. Klaus, there you are. Very good. You really want this one, Klaus? All right, friends. As I said, often Klaus's submissions make you want to boo. This one will make you want to boo yourself, is the one clue I'm going to give. I booed myself when I first read this one. Friends, I'm going to go ahead and say that we will play this one for no more than 15 minutes. If it takes 15 minutes, it's done, because I want to play some chess, absolutely. Ask any question you want to, and we will get to it. Would this submission be considered meta? This is not a meta submission, thank goodness. Is it procrastination? Procrastination does make me feel bad about myself, but no, it is not that. Is it a person? No. Would it burn when exposed to a flame? No. Yes, no more than 15 minutes is the goal here. I see my clock. Will you boo Klaus when you figure it out? I don't think so. I think this is a legitimate submission. Yeah. My suggestion is when you learn the submission, you will either say, wow, that's cool, or how did I not know that? That's my view. Here we go. Is it a website? No. An adjective? No. A place? No. An abstract concept? I'm going to say it's non-abstract, but it is a concept. A group of people? It is not a group of people. Jim Moore, so good seeing you. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in, everybody. Happy weekend. I'm really pleased the weekend's here. And Parks, I got to hang out with my wife more, but also hopefully y'all are feeling really good. Is it bigger than their bread box? I think the concept of bread box is more containing than this concept, I think. An emotion? No. Is it knowledge? No. Does it have to do with grammar? That's a super interesting question. I'm going to say yes, but only in a hesitant kind of way. Is it a piece of media, like a show or a movie? It is not a show or a movie, no. Did it exist before 1950? It did exist before 1950, absolutely. Absolutely. Is it pun or wordplay? It is neither pun nor wordplay. Is it associated with politics? It is not associated with politics in an ordinary sense. Was it around before 1400? It was not around before 1400, no. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. What could it possibly be? So again, it's conceptual, but an instantiated concept. A type of illness. It's not a type of illness, no. Related to linguistics. In some sense, yes. In some sense, it's absolutely related to linguistics. No doubt about that. Is it related to STEM? It depends on how you define STEM. I will say today that no, not in the ordinary sense of STEM that my colleagues used to bludgeon me about my not being a real field. Is it to do with ourselves individually? No, it's not. Did it exist before 1900? It did exist before 1900, yes. Do you use this concept daily? Rock Smasher, I don't believe that you use this concept daily. You might, but I'm not sure. Have I learned about it in school? Absolutely not. As I said, I was shocked to learn about this when I learned about it. And I only learned about it because Klaus showed me about it. And I believe it's the case that Klaus refers to this one as wanting to show off his knowledge. So I think it's the case that many of you will not have heard of it. Is it associated with healthcare? It is not associated with healthcare. Nope. Thus far, the closest we've gotten is something to do with grammar, something to do with linguistics. But with both of those, I wouldn't exactly function on those. Is the idea that my blue might not be your blue? Because we have the same basic structure, I think this is false, but no, it's not that one. Is it a loan word? No. Is it associated with the financial markets? No. Is it part of psychology? No. Is it the semicolon? It's not the semicolon. Is it forensic linguistics? It's not, but that's a very cool field indeed. Is it a synecdoche? It's not a synecdoche. No. Nope. Does that have to do with stone tablets? Stone tablets would not be involved in this one. We burned through 5 minutes so far. We got 10 minutes more. Friends, guess anything you want to. We'll see if we can get it. Is it that Tom Waljon had a better effect on the teacher? It is not that Tom Waljon had a better effect on the teacher. But thank you for asking that good yes/no question. Did it exist before 1700? It did not exist before 1700 in a formal sense. I'll say this: we don't know. We don't know. The answer is probably yes, but not in the fullness of the thing. The Oxford comma, it's not. Is it onomatopoeia? Onomatopoeia? It's not onomatopoeia? Nope. Is it related to the English language? Interesting question. I'll say it's related to the English language. Sure. Is it H.G. Wells? It is not H.G. Wells. It's not a person. But again, good question. I don't want my response to Fernanthus's nonsense question to mean that I will read out all nonsense questions. Let's not imagine me as a text-to-speech box. Now, with that said, if you tip $5, I'll read anything. Absolutely. Is it a dictionary? No. Is it associated with a particular language or culture? Yes, it is associated with a particular language or culture. Absolutely. Does it have to do with semantics? In the same sense that it has to do with grammar? Sure. Does this concept exist across all languages? I don't know all languages. My suspicion is the answer is no, but it could in most of the languages of which I'm aware. Sure. Is it contronyms? No. Does it pertain to a specific type of word? It does not. Is it the sound law? It's not. Is it related to the Americas? It is. Is it Mesopotamia? It is not. So, Americas? Probably post 1800 in its sense here, has to do with things in linguistics in some sense. Is the language or culture related to European? It is not. Is it related to phonetics? The answer there is an aggressive no. It's not related to phonetics. Is it a tilde? It's not a tilde, no. No. Is it related to written language? Emphatically no. Emphatically no. Is related to accents. It's not related to accents directly. Is related to Mexico. It is not related to Mexico. Is it a Native American cave drawing? No. Is it connected to religion? No. Is it filler words like It is not filler words like which are used to maintain, control the conversation. Iambic pentameter? No. The Navajo wind talkers? No. Is related to an Asian language? It's not related to an Asian language, no. Is related to emojis? It's not related to emojis. Is it an oral history? It is not an oral history. And I want to say that really, really emphatically. It's not related to oral history. Related to the American Indians? It's not related to American Indians. Nope, absolutely not. But good guess. Is it a phrase? It's not a phrase. Nope. Is it hieroglyphics? I think of hieroglyphics as being like a written language. And so I want to say, no, it's not a written language. Is it related to rhythm? I've got rhythm. I've got music. No. Are you on the right track? I mean, yes, some of you are heading in the right direction, but it is the case that some of you are really far away from where you'd like to be there. Is it American Sign Language? It is not American Sign Language, no. But let me commend you for the question, is it American Sign Language? Is it the Boolean operators? No. Is it a city on the hill? No. Is it related to the fact I keep saying emphatically no? Yes. I mean, not in terms of the form of my response, but in terms of the content of my response, yeah. Is it related to nonverbal communication? Yes. Is it related to spoken language? No. Is it Braille? It is not Braille, no. No. At this point in the conversation, I hope you notice that I'm beginning to work my way through helping you a little bit more. It's important to think about a wide variety of the ways in which people exist in the world. I think that really matters here. What do you got? Is it hand stuff I'm doing? I mean, we're not doing any hand stuff, but sure, that's related for sure. Is it body language? No. Is it flag communication? No. Is it smoke signals? No. Is it Morse code? It's not Morse code. No. How else can we help? How else can we help here? Morse code? No. No. Is it related to the RF spectrum? No, it's not related to the RF spectrum. Is the phonograph? It's not the phonograph. Is it the alphabet? It's not the alphabet. No. Is it the Edge browser? It's not the Edge browser. No. The Dewey Decimal System, no, it's not that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh, uh. Okay, you're on the right direction. Is it black? No. Related to space? No. Paper? No. The edge of reality? No. Come on, it's the moment of synthesis. Is related to unspoken implication? No. Is it a pelican? No. Is it ink? No. Is it a green screen? No. Friends, I gave a very, very close earlier. I just need to combine the two. What was the one you were very, very close on earlier? I commended someone for their question. Do you remember? Did you make a note? Just combine the two. Klaus, you're right. All the words been used in chat in the past 3 minutes. Is it sign language? Is it American Sign Language? No. Is it sign language? Yes. You're so close. You can do it. You can do it, chat. I believe in you. Just put the word on the front. Put the word on the front. You can do it. ASL was commended. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is it Black American Sign Language? Oh gosh, Fritz. There's Fritz. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I did not know this existed. It's Black American Sign Language. That's really cool. I had no idea that was a thing. Did you already know about this? I don't know. So it's a variation, a dialect of American Sign Language. And so I didn't want to say, yes, it's American Sign Language, because it's not that exactly. But there you go. Do you want to boo Klaus? It was a tough one, but I learned a lot in getting there. It's a tough one, but it's a real thing in the world. There you go. Black American Sign Language, the dialect of American Sign Language used most commonly by deaf Black Americans in the United States. The divergence from ASL was influenced largely by segregation of schools in the South. Like other schools at the time, schools for the deaf were segregated based on race, creating two language communities among deaf signers. Black deaf signers at black schools and white deaf signers at white schools. As the mid-2010s, BASL is still used by signers in the South, despite public schools have been legally desegregated since 1954. It has varieties in phonology, syntax, and vocabulary. BASL tends to have larger signing space, meaning some signs are produced further from the body than in other dialects. Signers of BASL also tend to prefer two-handed variants of sign, while signers of ASL tend to use only the one hand. Some signs are different in BASL as well, with some borrowings from African American English. There you go. You can read all about it, the origin and so on, and that's good. If a dialect of ASL, the answer should have been yes. I don't know. Maybe so. I'm not sure. I struggle with this one. Like, if it's an American state and someone says, is it the United States? I think the answer is no, because it's not the general, it's the specific. So that's why I tried to give you like this is kind of close, etc. But I don't know. Anyway, lots of things to read about there. Super interesting. Can I scroll to see examples of differences? I'm happy to look and see if there are any stated here. Accent question was interesting. Absolutely. I know that there are accents and phonology in various sign languages. I just want to be very careful not to lead you astray, because phonology refers especially to the production of sounds, and accent again to sound creation. Now, again, we want to say that these are relevant ideas in ASL or BASL, just not the same kind. I don't want to mislead you. As number one, yep, big section here apparently. And I don't know what we got here. Yeah, you might need to Google some to see some of that, unfortunately. The sign no is produced by placing the fingers of a flat hand on the temple, when lowered the finger to make contact with the cheek. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this, unfortunately. There's more syntactic repetition. No surprise there. It's the emphasis thing. Yeah, you'll have to look more. So the bent V is using the sign stop tripping. Yeah, so it is the case that, yes, indeed, the words you might find in AAVE show here also. Klaus, I did see that, but I'm trying to keep things going. Very cool, though. Very cool. Some more literal translations like I feel you or girl please. Fascinating. Yeah, you'll need to look and see the comparisons because none are stated here directly. But could be very cool. Could be very, very cool indeed to know about the cultural differences and the way they play out. Though, as was mentioned in chat, it's very sad they came about this way, namely through an awful moment of segregation in American history. How long is the current queue in the Wikipedia game? I think 8 or 9 right now. There have been some I rejected recently for being too clever by half. Yeah, I mean, we could do a whole stream of just Wikipedia game, but I think people might get bored of it after a while because you end up asking the same questions repeatedly. Hard to know. Hard to know. You wonder what happens when an ASL user and a BASL user converse. So I'm guessing they're mutually intelligible, but that may not be true. The American Sign Language and the Japanese Sign Language are not mutually intelligible. If people meet speaking these, they can figure out a tiny little bit. Like they can do like general context things, but they cannot have a functional conversation. And that sure is something. Did I show the 2 hard ones? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So let's go and get ourselves into some chess friends. I hope you enjoyed the opening. Those new friends, old friends, everyone in between. It's cool hanging out with you. But at this point, we're going to move to some video games just for me. Now, as always, you're welcome to talk to yourselves in chat. I'm always cool with that. Yesterday was kind of a rough one. We had 2 losses, I believe. And yeah, we had an abandonment, and so we win. We had 2 losses. And both of them felt pretty awful, but, you know. And then we had a stalemate. And this one led to us saying, Resorty, you really have to learn endgames. So I was so far ahead in this one. I played really effectively. And then I played my way into a draw, unfortunately, instead of getting that coup de grace, or the coup de roi, however you say king in French these days. I'm going to change over directories to a game called chess. Yesterday we picked up some nice people from chess. Yeah, it goes here also. Am I good at chess? Ridiculously good. I'm among the top 10 players in my house right now. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. But I'm nice. I have fun. I don't tend to cause a scene when I lose. It is the most emotional I get on stream, though, so that's how that goes. Alright, there are currently 2.5 thousand million people watching... sorry, 2.5 thousand people watching chess. And you all also. Alright. Let's do a couple quick puzzles. We might learn an endgame real quick also, but we'll see what happens. Friends, again, thank you for being here. Let's see some endgames just to get a little bit warmed up. So, checkmate's waiting. We're playing as white. There is the king right there. The king is hanging out. So, if the queen were to go to forward, then oopsie doopsie. The rook eats her. The rook can go forward, gets eaten also, so we need more than just that. Now, that said, there's another rook at the back here. So what would happen if we did... How do we do this? Rook, rook. Rook, rook. No, that's not right. Queen into rook. Rook comes forward. Rook goes forward. Rook eats rook. Rook goes forward. GG, well played. Here we go. So queen goes first. We go forward and attack. We go forward and attack. And there you go. That's the solution on an extra hard puzzle. I think for me, I always evaluate... I don't know what I say. I think for me, it is the case that when I play any sort of endgame, I always evaluate the queen first in terms of vertical and horizontal moves. And then only really late in my analysis do I say, oh, the queen can move diagonally also. I probably need to make sure that I keep in mind diagonality as a possibility from the very beginning. All right, on we go again. Number 2. I am playing as black this time. So this is the case that our friend the queen could go here. Is that the thing? So if the queen goes here, the king can't attack because of the rook backing up. The rook here can't attack. The knight here is threatening the queen and the rook, but the check makes it impossible for that. I think this is right. Okay. Things change. Things change then. So if the queen were to go over 1, that leads to the king will take. What if we just go forward here? If we go forward, the rook comes over, and then the rook goes forward, and that's a big win, I believe. We good? We good. All right. 2 understood. Right now we're learning so much of the trap the king on the back line variety of checkmate. These are really cool when I can pull them off. I lost one a couple days ago, but so often at the point when this becomes possible, players of my level begin pivoting the king down the side. Now, I know it's the case that king going down an edge makes that king easier to capture, but I get absolutely overwhelmed by the various defensive structures they have. So I love this ending, but it's not one for me really at this point. One more, than back to the game. Find a way to promote. So this is the issue of, can we get our little buddy here forward, forward, forward? If the pawn goes forward, there are no problems. I'm the white side. So if the pawn goes forward here, doesn't it just become a queen? Like, I realize, okay, let's see. So I realize that the rook is covering this. And if the rook were to go down 1, the king wouldn't be able to go to these locations, but could flee elsewhere. Good and warmed up, no problems. That was a very strangely easy one to begin with, but friends, it's time for an actual factual game. I give you a person of similar skill ostensibly. Hope you're having fun. We have an ad break in 27 minutes. Hopefully we're done by then. If not, I apologize for the mid-game ad, but here we have it. Here we have it. Playing against Unbreakable Goat, a 288. Let's see what happens. With a name like that, we're going to just like troll nonsense. We'll see. All right, we go forward. We take our territory. I wonder if I should have moved a knight out instead of a pawn. Either way, I could get an attack going. Okay, knight now attacks pawn. That's fine. I think I'll do the... do I want to say thing? So if knight takes here, then queen goes forward and dies. We don't want that. Yeah, I think that this forward is the correct call for right now. And if we get some tradey fun, that's a-okay. Trading here right now gives me the queen to finish the job, so-called. We'll see, we'll see. Developing on king's side. If we get that bishop out, we can castle already. Taking control of the middle already. All right, early game bishop nonsense. I believe pawn forward is the response to early game bishop nonsense like this one. I believe. Bishop forward is possible also to go for a trade. This is the C pawn, not the F pawn, so I'm going to do this. I'm guessing that most people engage in early game bishop nonsense, but still. We can push forward again, double kicking as usual. If they come forward the knight, we take. So I think I like this just fine. Other possibility, of course, would be to develop something fun. I mean, this is the place where I can attack their queen with the knight cover, but they'll probably kick in response. Let's go ahead and double kick here. And again, if they do that, I don't mind that at all. Let's see what happens. So we have some board presence. I feel pretty good about that. Don't feel great about my development. They developed more than I have for right now. C pawn over 1 denies the knight's normal landing place, we'll call it. So I'd like to move that out somehow. Okay, so taking that direction. They're inviting then this into this. But I think if I pawn first, we actually end up potentially. Yeah? Is there a reason? So the reason not to do this would be then the bishop could take the pawn, and we'd have to block with somebody else. I don't mind sacking a bishop for a bishop, so I think I like. Whoops, I like this. I believe. Now this might happen, in which case this, and we'll have an even exchange. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I think this is the move I want. At some point, the bishop might go attack the rook, but that's fine too. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I feel like we're playing this opening pretty well. We are +1 right now. If they don't run away the bishop, I'm happy to chase it. If the bishop goes to here, there's not much we can do right away, but it's hacking nothing. If they go to here, we take it. If they go to here, we take it. If they go to here, we're fine. Here we take, probably. So I think they'll probably retreat that way, or they'll attack the bishop, inviting me to my queen forward, or my knight back. Not sure what I want to do, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay. So if we take here, there's no recap possible, right? If we take here, we reestablish our pawn line. Now that gives them a pawn to attack into. If I go here and take the bishop, there's no meaningful follow-up. So I don't know what I want to do here. I mean, it feels kind of awkward in some sense, which I don't exactly like. So again, this is a guaranteed trade. This is a guaranteed even exchange of pawns that allows what? So if that pawn attacks and you go there, you're then attacking a pawn here. King defends the f pawn. We can come up this way also. But if this, ooh, you know what? Never mind. Say if we allow this to happen, then we could take here. I think I might ignore this. I think I'm taking this pawn. Yeah, that was a good decision. I'm gonna give myself like 1 gold star on that one. I like that I did that. Again, if they take the middle pawn, the d pawn, then I get a bishop with no real consequence. Maybe that's good. Now, as many of you know, when I refuse to do exchanges on pieces like bishops, I tend to lose. So refusing the trade may have been an error. We'll see. It'd be delightful to move the f pawn or the f bishop forward, because it is the case that it would then be pinning here, and that could be good. And that would allow me to get my check on. It's like that old song, get your freak on, get your freak on. Instead, get your check on. I think I need to make that a motto for this channel. That would certainly set me apart from all the other chess streamers. If in response to like tips and gift subs, if you all got some like awkward white man age 40 rap, that's what we need for sure. Other possibility is to move the queen in such a way that she attacks this pawn. So again, the bishop can go in both directions. We often forget that. So the reason why I feel more comfortable with this than usual, is that we have the kicking pawn not there. Okay, so this is the place where I often lose my entire corner. I really dislike this move, but here we go. I can move my knight to here. If my knight moves to here, then it's attacking the queen. However, if the queen is attacked that way, it moves to here, which is fine. So I think usually a bishop's attacking the f-pawn at this point. So I think I want to go forward here and attack the queen. And if she goes here, there's nothing she can take. I don't remember. I always screw this thing up. She's going to go here, isn't she? I think this is the move I want, actually. Yeah, it always happens. I hate this so much. I absolutely loathe what happens here, unfortunately. Oh, we're so bad at this. We're so bad at this, unfortunately. Yeah, it's that move. So I think it's either that move or that move. This person seems to have just a variety of like weird trap tricks that I forget how to deal with it, unfortunately. So we're gonna lose our whole corner now. I'm gonna compliment myself on a fairly competent opening, but this part is just it is what it is. It happens all the time. So yeah. So I chose to move you forward. Okay. So they're back up to there, checking again. We could go to like matched board state, but just bouncing back and forth. At this point, they take my knight also, and that's really unpleasant, frankly. So I'm going to lose here. I kind of want to resign already, honestly. I'm going to offer the queen trade. They're probably going to take the knight, but if they do, we can clean it up with the rook. I wonder if I should have gone queen forward earlier. Now, the tough thing, of course, is if the bishop comes, the queen wants to defend. Luckily, the rook can do so. Man, I thought I was doing so well early game. I had like a really nice cover of the center, but the minute that queen comes out... So this is the thing. When I move my queen out, I always feel like she's overextended, and I don't know what I'm doing. But it seems that these other players are so much better at seeing the possibilities of moving their queens so destructively. So destructively. Okay, this checks the queen. Not checks, right? This attacks the queen, and I like that. So we had to make that move. We continue to be completely just dominated here. At this point, they're attacking a pawn. They're attacking my rook. So, gosh. If I move the rook, she's going to take... Well, maybe not. I don't know, team. This is what we call despair. Friends, if you think I should resign, give me a 1. If you think I should play it out, give me a 2, please. Where are you on this one? Resign is 1. Play it out as 2. I'm leaning resign, but I'm not quite sure what you all are leaning. We'll look in a second after this move. It feels bad, man. Here we're attacking the queen again. Okay. Y'all are mostly 2s by a fair amount. Are we still 2s? Are we still 2s? Are we still 2s? Did they blunder? Are we still 2s? Is it winnable? Suddenly winnable? I don't know, team. I don't know, team. We're still 2s, really. Right? I'm +2 and you're still 2s? Wait, is 1 resign and 2... I can't remember which number's which. I've forgotten which number's which. I think attacking here is very smart. I like the idea of attacking here, I believe. Because the knight's covering this right now. So if I attack here, they attack there, I go in. I think we're fine. Wasting tempo. Keep playing. Who's playing? Okay, very good, very good. We keep playing. We keep playing. I really forget the numbers, frankly. Alright, so you're going to have to move that. I can take a pawn, I guess. But I think I should probably run away and set up a more strong defense here. They move away. Do I take the pawn? Do I stay right here? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? I have no center board control. So what can I do? Well, we could take this pawn. We could block the pawn. Oh, okay, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now. We don't want to take the rook, I know that. If we take the pawn, they possibly come down here, queen takes. Okay, after this, I would like to pull the queen back. I would like to put her on checking the king for a turn. I don't know why I want to do that, but it seems like a good idea. Okay, so knight's attacking a pawn now. We do not mind that. By going back to here, I'm checking the king, and I can take the horse, I believe. I don't really want to take the horse, though, given that the rook is there. So let's check. My intention is to push forward next turn. And we never castled. So don't stumble into that. Okay, they move 4 by 1. They're inviting me to smash the rook. That said, the rook is now pinned. The rook is pinned. That's really cool. I thank you for that decision. I thought they moved the king instead. Okay, so we can like kick the knight next if we want to. Also, what? We can take this safely. We're then threatening here also. This is trading down, isn't it? Oh, actually, if we take this, they can't move the rook to punish it. I should have caught that earlier. I like this for additional board control, though We good? I think... We not good. We not good. Okay. We can move over one step if we want to. It doesn't really do much for me, other than it does threaten the pawn. So... Now, if we attack the pawn, the knight's defending it. We go here and threaten. I need to move the rook, clearly. I mean, the rook could just go back a ways. Right? There's no reason not to be hanging out, or to hang out right there, per se. Rook here is not safe. Rook here is safe because of the pin. If we go in, attack the rook, the king can't punish. That seems good. So like usual at this part of the game, I don't exactly know what I need to do to like develop pieces. I see that I have 2 of my minor pieces kind of hanging out. I like this take so much. Okay, interesting. So they block out for now. This piece is not takeable currently, so I don't mind leaving my rook there, I think. Now, if you go to where? I'm not sure. I think this is the part where we now go ahead and threaten the knight, and I'm absolutely fine trading if it comes to it. I wonder what kind of trap they're setting up for me. Gotta be something. It's gotta be me. I want to push this knight, this pawn for it next opportunity. That rook must die, obviously. We have to be very careful, though, not to lose the queen in the process. Okay. Should I be trading down at this point? So this is check. This is check, obviously. So if we go there, we then go here, they attack. We don't have enough here right now. But if we don't take this, the rook just dies. Yeah? Yeah. Now, if I can get my bishop to here, that'd be really swell for putting pressure on the king. But I think it's the case... Well, I could step over this way, I guess. Instead of going for the trade, I can just like start hammering down pawns. But hammering down pawns is the path to stalemate. So we trade down. We trade down. Wish it weren't a bishop because it maintains control then. Okay, at this point, I want to kick. I think. I don't know the bishop. Um, I don't know the bishop queen endgame. Promoting queen or promoting pawns would be very very strong. Of course, we have a whole bunch of pawns still. Um, yeah, yeah, we do. Is there any potential place where they can fork the king and the queen? The answer is no. As of right now, this knight cannot get an attack on my king. Okay. If I move this to here, we put a whole bunch of pressure onto their king. And then we do bishop in first. No, sorry. Queen in first. Hello? Queen in first. Which makes the king unable to go to any of these three locations. The king can flee this way, though. With no rook, the endgame becomes simpler for me, I believe. I believe. So, they could move their knight to here for helping with blocking out. They can go. I don't know. What's the strongest move for the knight? I, I don't see an especially strong move. Now, I guess that this is a strong move, isn't it? So this move here allows the knight to defend the rook. Interesting. Okay, so they've made it so that the king. I'm not sure what they've made of the king. I think pawn to here is still the correct move. Not pawn, sorry. Bishop is the correct move. If we just take the knight, there are a whole bunch of attackers on this square still. So, like, not free piece, but pretty free piece. If we take, and they take, and we take, and they take, and we take, we are up. We are up. Now, if my queen moves here, it's a check. It's not a super productive one. I guess the thought is that the rook now is unpinned. I think this is a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Okay. This is less ideal. The king can't move to here. If I move my bishop to here, we threaten the rook safely. If I move my knight to here, we attack the king and he has to move somewhere. So I'm going to do this for now. And then I sure do want to get this bishop to here. And we're doing some chasing, I believe. We're doing some chasing right now. But as long as we keep checking, we'll eventually win. Right? That's the moral of the story. So as of right now, I am blocking out this bishop from protecting the pawn. But again, no one can attack it. We're in pretty good shape there. So thus far, it does not seem like he's aiming at a stalemate. If I were in this position, I would probably be trying for a stalemate and not being sure how to do it. So I suspect at this point, we're getting to like mate in 2, mate in 3, and let me tell you, I don't see it. Just so you know, I don't see it. If the knight goes to here, we attack the rook safely. We could check by going here also. If that happens, then the king can go to here. We can check by going to here safely. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Right. If we take this, the king takes the queen. We don't want that. I no longer have a green bishop, unfortunately, so no luck on that. I need to find a way to cover this piece. And I think this is it. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I don't lose my queen in all this, of course. I mean, the queen king over 1 here, still a check. As long as the rook's there, I'm confused. So I'm going to let the king have a turn of non-check. And we'll see. And we'll see. There's still a bunch of legal moves on the king's side, or on the knight's, black side rather, that at A and B 7 pawns can move freely. The bishop can move freely. Okay, interesting. So it invited me to get rid of my queen now. We can check here safely. If we check there, okay, it's actually not checking safe, I'm sorry. If we check here, the rook comes and we come, and that's pretty bad. If we go here, the knight takes. Because I don't fully understand endgames, I think I want to run away from this. Now, I could move a blocker here, but if I do that, the queen doesn't take. But is there a safe check right now? I mean, this is a safe check, isn't it? This check means that the king must move. And then I don't know what happens, but let's find out. It is a safe location for everyone for the moment. So as of right now, the king is still blocked out here. I want to get my knight into a position where he's blocking out more than one possible king move. Also, we have to be very careful as we play out our endgame such as it is. We have to be very, very careful that we move a pawn occasionally to avoid a blah, 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 whatever it is. I think I like this move. This forks the bishop and the rook. You need your fork moat right here. If we take the rook, we lose the knight, but the bishop is lost also. Man. I know there's something checkmate really close by. So currently, if the queen attacks, we'll say, then the rook could come over, of course. As of right now, I mean, I want to play out the fork. I mean, I guess the bishop is the safer one to take. Okay, they move the bishop. So, not the safer one anymore. Before we go nutso on this take, which I think I want, though, man, we're heading to stalemate, aren't we? I hate stalemate so much. I can check from here. That's no good. I can check from here. That's fine. This avoids the stalemate, I guess. But I need to get my other pieces involved somehow. Like, this jump is safe and good. I would like to make this jump because the bishop covers. Though, if the... Okay. The block there. So the queen can go to here safely. If the knight goes here, it is a check, and nobody can stop it. The king can move to here. The king can move to here. So there and there and there are permissible. We're going to get some space. I suspect he goes here. And then I don't know. So this is the part where, like, it's just like, how do I express it? For me, it feels like when you're like looking through a microscope and you know that there's a paramecium in there, but you just can't quite figure out where it needs to be. So at this point, do I just lose my queen or my knight? I mean, this move's good, isn't it? So the knight's actually already covered. I think we take the rook safely here. Yeah? Because the king rather can't take the horsey. So as of right now, the horsey covers this and this. You covered this. We can check like so. It's safe. Okay. If the queen goes here, the king takes the queen. We can move here and protect-ish. The knight's already protected. So ignore that. There's no check here that is safe, I believe. The knight can't check currently, but can threaten the bishop. Or we leave it right here. I don't mind this exchange even a little bit. I believe it's time to move a pawn forward. Because I just don't see anything to do. We can move to here and check also. There are two safe moves for right now. Okay. That's still covered. We can check here. I don't know. Man, it's complicated for me. We can move you forward. We can also load in here safely. So I need to offer myself my standard advice on the end game, which is just don't panic. So long as I don't panic, I'm not going to lose. If we go here, the king can take it. If I move here, we just lose a bishop. So because, man, I can attack from here. This is safe. If they take my knight, fine. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I struggle so much here. Okay. I'm surprised that they didn't take the knight there. If we take this, we lose the queen. If we take this, we check. Everything's protected there right now. I'm going to move a pawn forward. This attracts, accidentally, the bishop. If the bishop goes away, we can go here, and that's pretty good. That said, that may have been a blunder. I got overly excited about advancing. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't punish me on that, to be honest. If I go here, the bishop is now pinned. Okay. 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 If I go here, the king can take my queen. If I go here, the same thing happens. I don't see a checkable position, unfortunately. I can move my bishop into melee range. I'm going to advance some pawns. I guess we could have checked like this, but then the king just goes over here. So I need to find a way to jam him in the corner. And yeah, pushing pawns, I guess, is the way. I don't know, my friends. I don't know. I guess let me move here. Man, he's jammed his pawn now. We're gonna get a stalemate, aren't we? Like, I guarantee a stalemate's coming. 100%, here comes the stalemate. Okay. That frees the pawn, I appreciate that. Three minutes left. If we go here, we attack the bishop safely. The bishop can't move. The king can't take. Man, please don't stalemate. I mean, a stalemate's better than a loss. In early game, I should have lost this one due to my inability to play the corner there. We have the king pretty well locked down. Man. I just don't want to stalemate. Alright, so you're covering here and here right now. You're covering here right now. The queen can step down one, covering this. And the king can go here, I believe. Please just resign. Like, I understand that we all recognize I don't know how to do endgames. If he goes... I don't like this at all. If I go here, I check the king. The bishop can't move to take it. The king has to move somewhere. The king can't move there. The king can't move there. They can move there or here. I'm glad this is open again because it stops stalemating for the moment. Okay. If the queen moves here, we have bad times. The knight can check again. The bishop can check here, but that's a loss of the piece. I don't want to repeat the same game state, but I believe they're asking me to do so. Okay, the king can't take that. If the queen goes here, we lose the queen. If we move to here, we attack you, you can't move, you can't take there. I believe if I take the bishop, it's not going to do it, but it'll get closer. I believe tomorrow's Let's Study Chess is going to need to be Let's Learn Endgames. So I'm getting pins, and that's cool. Okay. I can take the bishop safely right now. The queen is covered. They're attacking both of these pieces. This is a safe check. I only have 2 minutes left now. Am I going to time out on the eternal endgame? Okay, if we move to here, the king can't go there, the king can go there. I need to protect the bishop. This is a check also. This check does not defend either piece. This does. Those of you who are saying he just doesn't see it, why don't you see it? I promise I hate myself more than you could ever hate me. I mean, going and getting another queen is a good idea. Like, pushing for queen, they can't stop. So if he moves, so right now, this is covered. I worry he's going to go try to promote now. I can move the knight forward to discourage that. I think this is a good move. They can't take either piece. And when the pawn hits here, they've got problems. Okay. If you're going for a stalemate, oh man. I need to remove pressure here. I need to remove pressure, unfortunately. I intend to begin marching forward. He has all this territory to move in. Lots of territory, brother. Lots of territory. There's probably some checkmate right here, just so you know. Not for me, though. Not for me. Okay. So I can take the pawn now. I don't think I want to. Okay. This is covered. You can go there safely. I'm glad I've gotten to the end game. Like I said, I reached the end game. Ain't that swell? This is covered. I will take it and lose the bishop. I don't care. So long as I can have a queen. I can now ladder. Laddering is now a thing. Okay. If they promote, I can attack. I meant to take that son of a gun. Son of an actual gun. Son of a gun. No! Okay, this is fine. The king is under attack. We're fine. We're not going to panic. We have 2 queens. We're up by 16 points. There's no possible way we lose. I just need to check here. Okay, that is not a... What's it called? It is not a check. Okay. If I move my queen to here, they've got to deal with that. If my queen to here, it's pretty good. This queen's protecting. To ladder, I need to drive him into the wall. So I need to turn my head this way so I can see the laddering correctly. If you move out of the way, they're going to move this way. This is not a check. This is a check. It's not covered, though. If my queen goes to here, this is a useful check. Unfortunately, I need to get this bishop out the way. I might need to start having my king flee. I'm not sure. Okay. If I move my bishop, my queen gets eaten with no consequence. I can't check on white right now. So I check there. If they take this, they can't, obviously. So this spot is covered. Okay. The knight is covering the bishop. This is a check. If they take that, I take their queen. I start marching their pawn. Okay. I can take their queen now and lose one of my queens. A possibility is to check here, but then we lose buddy. A possibility is to check here. We're behaving like bishops then. This is available still. If they take this, it does not stop the check. If I can get my queen like directly against it and protected, we're good. But this does not have protection. I check again. My king might get involved in this thing. I can check here also. If I check here, it's not covered. If I move into here, that's a check too. The king can move to this place. Okay. If I take this, we lose a queen. If I go to here, everything's safe. The king can currently go to this position. Okay. I'm going to take... If I take their queen, do I stalemate? What can I do? What can I do? I can do. If I take their queen, the king can't move. And that's stalemate, right? You can't stalemate in check. You can't stalemate in check. You can't stalemate in check. We did it. We did it. We gotta win. We gotta win. It probably took about 40 moves more than it needed. But we got there in the end, team. They call it a well-executed endgame. Well-executed endgame. I'll take it. Painful but well done. Took forever. It's how it goes, team. How it goes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, team. Oh, my goodness, team. Yeah, why does this pop out a new window? Thanks, I hate it. Okay, so we had one early disaster. And then things go. Hogmatics, how's it going? Welcome in, you hog people. You're playing Mario Kart World. What character do you play today? You play something like Baby Peach? Always fun. Alright, I needed to remember. So I think in a few times I forgot that you can't stalemate on a check. Like, because I've been abused by stalemate in so many games recently, I was so scared that I was going to like cause the stalemate. All right, let's see what happened here. That's a good move. This is all pretty standard. Okay, so at this moment, I move the knight forward. Apparently that weakens. It's fine. It protects the pawn. What would they think if I did this instead? You like that? Equal trade. Fine. I'm not sure which is preferable, but I did this. Okay. Okay. Suddenly surprise. I moved the pawn forward, I believe. As always, I struggle here, like with this also. Is that fine? That's a bad move because it removes often equal trade instead. So I went forward. That's cool. Like that. What about D5 instead? D5 instead. Forward here. There's a check. I can't do that. Yeah, there's not a check there, unfortunately. I can't do that. All right, so I went forward. Fine. They run away. Excellent kicking. They would have preferred it running away to the middle of the board, so it controls both left and right. All good. We go forward kicking again. They don't like that. They prefer the advance onto the knight. I think I have this bizarre issue of like this middle line, thou shalt not pass. And so I think once I advance past a pawn, things feel really, really awkward, unfortunately. But we did so anyway. We moved forward. A weak move, apparently, but that's okay. They take the knight. I'm surprised with this move. I remember saying, wait, why'd you do that? I realized that I have like 2 blockers, and that's wonderful. But I go ahead and grab, take, awesome. Instead of a free pawn, they take a pawn. That required me to move my bishop forward, offering an easy exchange. All good. Pawn goes forward. I go and take a move there. They would have preferred I take this way. Why would they prefer I take that way? I guess because if I go this way, then they can do that. They don't like that. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know why they prefer that. If I capture this way, again, that happens. Because it removes the knight as a defender. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. All right, on we go. Hooray. Right, so, friends, this makes me so angry. I cannot fully express to you how angry this move makes me. Because I know there's a way to deal with it, but this player and so many people at my level, this move is their trick, right? This move right here is the one that leads to a disaster, unfortunately. Now, what's hard for me here is I can't move that pawn forward. And so this is bad. Just move f3? No! I can't do that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like for queen f3. So the queen goes there instead. I guess in this case that works because if that's covered. You for knight f3, bring the knight backwards. Okay. I see how that works. Yeah, I agree the e-pawn's hanging. That will be the issue in a moment here. So if the knight goes to here, I don't think that works, team. Yeah, I don't think that works, unfortunately, because it means that the same move that always happens, and then I panic, and it gets really, really bad. So, yeah, I see why it needs to be the queen move. Yeah, it's just timidity around bringing the queen out early. That really is the issue here. Yeah, the issue is pure timidity on the queen. Now, the bishop could go out instead. If that happens, the queen can still take here. And then, yeah, I think once this happens, it gets so in this position. I believe they win this. Oh yeah, the rook does cover. Thank you. The rook does cover. So it really comes down to, can you protect here? Yeah, can you protect this? Is really what it comes to. And so either that or that. Okay. Which they prefer? So I did that. Whoopsie doopsie. They prefer the bishop coming forward instead of the queen coming forward. If the queen comes forward, what does it say? It says good enough. It says good enough. Now, many of you know I'm going to struggle having that queen there for the rest of the game. I guess I see how, at this point, kicking will work. But, yeah, I see. We're saying queen to queen f3 instead. Wait, queen f3 attacks the king? How? I don't see the queen attacking the black king. I mean, I see it attacks the f pawn, I guess. That's pretty good. I see. Oh, when we say attack, we mean it's one move away from attacking. Sorry, when I think of attack, I think it means you are currently attacking the piece. In the way the queen is currently attacking e4. Is that not true? Does attack mean one step away from? I think of it like threatening, I guess. Try queen f4. Queen f4. That'd be next turn. That'd be next turn, my friends. Attack means threat. Okay, cool. Regardless, I want to keep going. They do that. I panic and say, oh boy, kick. That does not work. So there we go. It's pretty bad. We then panic some more. We try to defend with the bishop. with apparently the absolute worst move in the world you can do. Your rook's undefended. This move loses material. I mean, isn't that true regardless of who goes forward? Like, the queen goes forward, and they still take this. Why is that preferable? So that's a radically bad move. So I end up with blah, blah, blah tempo to protect the king. I see. So it's a waste of tempo. It makes a bad situation even worse, frankly. So moving the bishop to block. Yeah. That's the wild swing against me. At this point, I definitely have said, like, hey fam, let's possibly resign. I feel pretty bad right here, because once again I've been bamboozled by the back end. If I use a queen, I win a rook back. Do I? Okay. Well, yeah, I guess so. So I can go here then. There's a check. The king has to move. And instead of doing, I get a rook. Okay, I see how that works. Don't resign here. I ended up not resigning, don't worry. I just had a moment of, I'm very frustrated. I think when I lose my entire corner and they're up by how much? When they're up by, I guess, 4 only, it feels devastating. Absolutely devastating, and yeah, it does not feel like a good feeling. Now, with that said, they then make a swing I don't expect. They move out the way, taking a pawn, so that's how it goes. All right, so here, free queen here. Is that true? I have to take the bishop. The queen moves over. How's that a free queen? I don't see the free queen, unfortunately. Oh, you know, the discovered check. Yeah, I just don't notice this. Well, again, I haven't. I guess I do ultimately play that. I think for some reason I get stuck on, I want my knight to have control of the board, but yeah, I see how that's really strong. Yeah, I see that's a very, very strong move. I think discovered checks I don't use effectively enough. I see how they work, but not that they work, I suppose. Okay, very cool. We make the wrong move. They make the wrong move. I move my rook over. So they don't like that. Because once again, it doesn't make use of the discovered check. I think as usual, I am panicking here over, oh no, I'm going to lose 2 rooks in just like 3 or 4 moves. So once again, I don't see the discovered check, unfortunately. I run away. Whoops. A miss, not an absolute failure of me being a human. All right, they move the pawn forward. So at this point, hooray, I've made a really, really nice swing. And I think at this point I get back into the game because I noticed the discovered check finally, and so we're in a really strong position suddenly. I saw it here for the first time. All right, it was available for 3 or 4 turns, but yeah, this time I finally noticed it, and I feel much better. They block with the queen. I grab. I think they assumed it to be a queen trade, but I get the queen, and I feel really good now. Now, feeling really good does not mean we're going to win, but that's fantastic. I then go pressure the rook. They run away. I take a pawn. They don't like that. So they'd prefer that I centralize the knight again. I see the appeal in doing so, but I'm hungry for pawns. At this point, I believe they're trying very hard to throw the game. Wait, why didn't I just take the... Oh, right. Wait, no. Why don't I just take this? Oh, right, because I do see in the game that it's being covered. I think I probably say about 8 times, I'm going to take that knight before remembering it's being covered over and over again. So I think they're throwing the game at this point, but no, they're actually not. I almost throw the game instead. So we go and just try some pressure cool. Yep. They self-pin the rook. I'm a little surprised by that, actually. I was confused why I didn't move the king, but fine, whatever. I take a pawn. I threaten the knight in more ways. Awesome. They push. I go to an interesting 7th position. I've been told anytime you can get the rook into the 7th line, it's huge. Agreed, I do not develop well here. It is the case that my bishop and my knight are just kind of hanging out at the bottom. They would help so much. And so I think I say here, like, what's the balance of development versus providing pressure? I lean too far in the direction of pressuring instead of moving forward. But they move a knight or a bishop out the way. It's still protecting their knight at F. They hate this move. I hate this move, actually, that I decided to go in. So this move is what they want. Why? Don't they just take? So this is a good move, but it's not a move that I like. So, I mean, it's not a move that comes to mind for me. Now, they don't have to take here. They can just hang out, I guess. They can't move this direction, though, because of the pin. Huh. What's their next piece? They do take that. Okay. Yeah. So this one's overloading cases. I somehow convinced myself, I'm sure, that if we moved here, we'd lose the rooks. We shouldn't do that. But I see in the long term why that moves us up. Right? We lose a rook for a bishop and a rook. I just don't see it in the moment, frankly. Yeah, I just don't see it in the moment, unfortunately. So, makes sense. All right, we're plus 842. I make a mistake here. I continue adding more and more trouble to the to that knight. Probably would have been better to, in my view, maybe go forward to here, offering even more attack and defend. But nope, they don't like that at all. All right. What would you like me to do here? What is the preferred move for old Resorty? Should have instead taken. All right, and again, it's the same move I haven't done for a long time because I'm afraid to lose my rook. I don't see the calculation correctly. But things move. I go ahead and exchange rooks. I'm up by a fair amount. I like that. We move pawn forward, kick the knights. We take the knight. Hooray! Yeah. So at this point, I'm feeling good, but once again, I begin to panic that I'm going to stalemate the game. And yep, I believe I say as long as we keep checking, we're good. There's a mate in 12 here. It may be a mate in 800 for all I care. We start moving forward, start taking stuff, start causing pressure. They threaten my queen. Okay. They don't like that I did this. I don't either. Because I see if you move here, I then lose my queen. Ah, I missed something? There's a fork I didn't see? Okay, I see I missed a fork here. They missed a fork. Okay, there's a fork here. The king moves. I can't take that. Oh, sure I can. I might discover this fork sometime in the future, but I see the fork here now. I think I do this eventually. Yeah? Yeah, I think I do this eventually. Let's see if I do. Not immediately. Lose the pawn. Queen goes over. Okay. So I do the fork, and it's the worst move I could possibly make. I discover the fork is a little bit too late as usual. So why is this the worst move I could possibly make? Okay. Again, what it comes to is they can always move this rook over and take the queen. Like I see the issue continuing. That's how it goes. It's not a fork; it's an intermediate check. Yeah. So when I say the word fork, because I'm like 300 elo, I just mean we're attacking more than one piece at a time. I understand this is not technically correct, but if I don't use it that way, I will never have any forks, unfortunately. But again, I do see that the rook can stop this. They just don't notice it. I get kind of lucky on that. I now, why don't I take the rook here? What's wrong with that move? Nothing. Nothing. I don't do that. Because I think I recognize, like, okay, we have to just keep on checking the king. The rook then moves in. Mate in 4, apparently. Goes to mate in forever again. So what would the mate in 4 look like? Show me, please. Yeah, any mate that involves losing pieces, I really struggle with that. So I think I recognize, like, really early game into the early mid game, I've done better at losing pieces, right? I've done much better at exchanging pieces. I think once we get to the end game, though, I have this feeling of if I give up any piece at all, I will then never, ever find a way to checkmate. Or it'll be an immediate draw, etc. I need to work on that. That's something I gotta work on indeed. So the checkmate's what again? So from here, I know I can't take that. They want to see the queen to here. The king must move here. They want to see this. I think I say things here like... Yeah, I say things here like... I'm losing my... the bishop with no follow-up. Because I can't see the next move. That's not the next move. This is the next move instead. I go there then. And I go here to finish it off. Okay. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Good seeing you. As long as I have pawns, I can always get more queens. I mean, it's true, but I mean, this is just like, I guess, the emotional side of the game. The emotional side of the game is I need pieces, and I don't trust myself in the end game. So I think once I start losing pieces, or even giving up pieces, I just struggle a whole bunch with, what am I doing? Because never mind. I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. It's just a thing I've got to get over. I'm not quite there yet. Anyway, yep, they go that way. I finally take the rook. Hooray! They attack the knight. I check. We're mating 2 now, by the way. That's cool. We're mating 1 now. We are mate in 1 move. So this move is covered. They can't go there. They can't go there. They can't go there with this. They can go there. Yeah? So this is not the correct move. It can't be this. Oh, it's this. Cat. It's this. Yeah. That's tough. Hey, Miles, good seeing you. Getting back to chess, the game's painful. You found it, and maybe the analysis helpful also. I mean, I recognize that the game is going to be profoundly poor in the end game. The game reviews actually help me. I don't know, man. It's unclear what helps me. People have asked me to do the end game analysis to help me like talk through and think through. But are they good for me? I don't know, man. Like, I just push buttons and hope for the best. I make a bad move. We're at mate and 2 still, though. I make a bad move. We're threatening stuff. Good. I take some pawns. I begin panicking about stalemating again. I move for my pawn. We're going to get a queen. They do the same thing. Fine. I'm on the road to checkmate. It's mate and 1 again. All right, can I find the mate and 1? Is it just this? No, because that's a safe move. Is it this? This is the checkmate. What do I do instead? Oh, I get close. So I think I keep thinking of like quasi-laddering. I think what I'm thinking here is like, with a queen, I'm locking down this. Hooray. And like the bishop is helping me like cover this stuff that's good. And the knight, yeah. I think it's I want to attack on horizontals. I need to keep diagonals in mind, obviously. But we continue along a little bit. Hooray. I move a pawn because I'm just confused about life. That's fun. I'm getting closer to checkmate. Good job. They played a good move, but I'm still mating 2. I screwed that one up. What's the mate in 2, please? Still have a bunch of moves to go, team. At this point, we probably just do a lot of like chasing in circles, unfortunately. And I take a bishop. That's cool. Mate in 2. I make it worse. At this point, I believe they're trying to get to stalemate. I don't like that. We stay at mate in 3 for basically ever. At this point, I say I need to start removing pressure to avoid the stalemate. I get a queen. Now, at this point, I make what I think is a mistake. So, I want to sacrifice my bishop, but I get so excited that I have a queen. And so I move that way. Now, apparently it's not a bad move. Apparently checking would have been more preferable. But I say no. We're going to cover that. Apparently it's a fine move. Acceptable move. They make a queen. I run away. They are saying I should attack with the queen instead. So when I do this, don't this take? I guess so. I think I got my new baby queen. And I want to be a queen. I'm partially transparent in some scenes. Am I? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, that's lame. Nobody likes that. Okay, so we're going to wander in the wilderness a little bit. So I chase them a little bit. I say things like, gosh, I sure do want to, like ladder. I use the word ladder over and over again. I realized what's limiting me from laddering is the bishop in the way. And at this point, maybe I should move the bishop all the way away. I keep checking, though. Checking 2, or checkmate in 2. Checkmate in 1! You fool! Okay. A while ago, our friend Fernandez said, your pieces don't need to be in melee range to win big. This is true. I think I'm afraid of melee range. Though I do recognize it's covered there. So I need to just keep on checking. That's a check, it's fine. Checking 1. Oh gosh, that was the wrong check, you fool. Alright, they keep moving. I start panicking about stalemates again. And I understand like they can't stalemate as long as they have a move, but it's very hard for me to figure out what moves are still available. Because again, like the line for me between checkmate and stalemate is so darn thin. I can't see the difference often. We move around some more. Check in 1. You fool! Alright. Checkmate 2. You succeed. Hot. We drive them into a corner finally. And their being in the corner makes me terrified of a stalemate. But I make the right move. And finally, if it's a win. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, a win is a win, even if it takes 68 moves, and you've been like 2 from checkmate for, I don't know, the past 30 moves or so. We'll take it. Friends, it's about 11:30 my time. We have time for at least one more game, if not 2 more games. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the old AFK screen for a moment. We'll go ahead and run our once an hour ad, and then I'll be right back with a full another game. For now, I want to say thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And yeah, let's get a win. Now, there's a suggestion a moment ago. While I'm gone, I'd like you to discuss if you don't mind. There's a suggestion a moment ago that it might be good for me to play 3-minute games instead of the 15 plus 10 I'm playing right now. What do you think? Would 3-minute games be like one enjoyable to watch? I suspect I'll just make random moves. But would you enjoy watching them? Chat about that when I'm gone. Would it be good for me to play in other ways than just the 15-10? You're answering too fast. I need to go away. Back in 3. Thank you very much. All right, hello again, friends. I apologize for disappearing real quick. Look, it's Noms. I'll go big stream briefly. Hello, Noms. How are you today? Noms in a waving mood as opposed to a talking mood, it seems.
Hello.
There we go. Hello. What's up with you?
Oh, not much.
Not much. It's all right. Happy weekend, though.
Mm-hmm.
And any big plans for the weekend?
I don't know.
We might watch a movie. You got a couple movies,
I rented 2 DVDs.
What 2 DVDs did you get?
Little Miss Sunshine.
Okay.
And something called Past Lives, maybe?
Yeah, there were 2 movies that were on the New York Times top 100 films of the century so far.
Mm-hmm.
Little Miss Sunshine and Past Lives.
Mm-hmm.
You said the last one's a Korean film, correct?
I don't know. It might be American and Korean. I don't know.
My
It was recommended to me.
I see.
That's why I got it.
Got it, got it.
Yeah.
I must get back to the
Oh,
chess.
okay.
Love you a lot.
Yeah.
Are you still planning to go to climbing today?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just wasn't gonna go there until closer to noon when the little kids camp is over.
Yeah, it's true. You have they have a kid camp every Saturday. Is that right?
I don't know.
All right,
And I
often.
don't want to be rude and ask, like, does this happen every Saturday?
Will the children be upsetting me today? Got it, got it. All right, Noms, appreciate you. Love you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
I sort of push you off, but
No problem.
all right, very good, very good. Thank you much. All right, hello friends. In chat, there was a discussion of should I attempt to play faster games, 3-minute games or 5-minute games or something. People said that I'd probably just time out. For Scully would like to play some bot games where you all talk about the game in progress. So I think it's the case for me that if I have chat coaching me on every single step all the way through, that it will just be you telling me what to do. I don't know. Are you thinking more? I would play for a little bit, and then in those moments where I want to say like, "Hey, I'm not sure that's the right move," I could stop right then and then discuss it, as opposed to having to wait till end game to do so. I play a bot who gives me a nudge here and there. Okay. I don't know. I do enjoy playing against a real person, I have to say. I really enjoy playing against a real person. It feels more honest to me in a way. I mean, the word honest there in a very like metaphorical, uncertain way, but I don't know. Maybe a real person's not a perp my level, but I kind of want to keep going the way I'm going. Maybe we'll do bot games in the future. Maybe. And as I mentioned in the intro, there's another partnered streamer who reached out to me about possibly doing some on-stream coaching. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. For now, though, let's get into another one. If we get another win, that'd be awesome. Another loss, that'd be awesome. We're at 307. 307. At this point, we are not losing points today. We're actually gaining nicely. Can we stay above 300? Maybe get to 310. We'll see. This person is from Purple. Where's this? Maybe they're from an unknown location. Maybe they're a space alien. So they're 243. I ought to win this one pretty handily, according to the ELO machine. 243. Their name does end with 69, so I have some concerns. So I'm anticipating some nonsense involving the bishop. Can I preemptively stop that? Or the queen? If I put the knight here, I'm attacking while also stopping the queen from coming all the way down. Is it a good move? Is it a bad move? I don't know. All right, they're setting up a little pawn like fence here. That's a thing. If I push in all the way, I can attack into it. This defends my pawn. As of right now, I'm able to move one bishop forward along this line. I can check if I want to. This, though, is the check that I hate. And so I think it makes sense to go ahead and... I mean, you can just go here, I guess. If you go there, we're threatening a knight, I guess. Oh, look at me. Look at me. I moved what do you call the bishop out before I moved a knight out. Very unusual for me. Very unusual. If this happens, possibly fine. Okay, they move a knight out. So, the knight's not attacking anything. Do I play like an absolute hero and knock on a knight early in exchange for there not being able to castle on the king's side? It's a fair trade, plus it denies kingside castling. I like this idea. It's a kind of early game aggression I never go for. I've never seen anyone else do it, so I'm guessing it's actually a bad move to make. It's the green bishop, and the king is currently on green. You know what? I shouldn't do it. I should develop. Let's just remember this is happening. Fine. So this is currently covered. and this is defended. Fine. Um, I'm going to move out the other knight. I don't know how that helps us. I'm going to castle. Look, I castled. That's a thing. I want to discuss move 3-4 about whether we should have taken that knight. The knight now moves, so the excitement of that is gone, but oh well. Okay, if I move this pawn forward now, it'd be that. If we take here, it's an even exchange through and through. It also lets my queen have access, and also lets the bishop see the world. And that could be nice. If we attack here, nothing good happens. Okay, let my bishop go. When pawn was blocking bishop's land, let my bishop go. I should move the rook over also to cover the possibility of getting to the king. I really wanted to happen I did this. I'm so stuck on what would have happened. I can't follow it up, of course, other than fair trade and no castling. We'll see. I have moved there. You're defending this also. So we have a lot of defense going on right now, I'm noticing. We could push forward again and like make the horsey unhappy. I think I'm going to do that. This is not the story of development, but it's the story of be aggressive. Be aggressive. No one is currently attacking this location. It does block out the bishop, but that's okay. That's okay. Now I worry that this buddy is trying to go for some like forking nonsense. Among the things I dislike, forking nonsense is part of it. Okay, so need to keep developing. Rook over would be cool. So presumably, Buddy is going to go forward, I'm guessing. Okay, they moved backwards actually. So they're now attacking this location. That's fine. Enjoy. I believe it makes sense for me to go ahead and move the rook over or move the bishop up. So the bishop can go all the way to here. The bishop is then unkickable. The knight can't move. Wait! I'm trying to change colors. I apologize. Trying to go from white to green. My error, I apologize. So, as of right now, the only places the bishop can go that are at all useful are like right forward, right here. That's about all. So the bishop is like a weird situation right now. I'm gonna go ahead and move the rook over as promised. I think that makes some sense. I'm not quite sure what it amounts to, but it gives it a long line attack all the way through. It's got to get some like giant missile launcher to blast. Okay, I like how we're setting up. I like that we have a bishop out in play. I like we have a knight out there also. I worry tremendously about getting forked somehow. Right, so if this knight ends up in this location, then like that's a fork. Oh no! Please come back from your nowhere location. ET's satellite has gotten knocked out. This is an interesting game. I hadn't seen this one before. Also, I recognize just now I forgot to run the ad when I went AFK. This does happen occasionally. I say, I gotta go AFK, I'll run the ad. And then I don't run the ad, unfortunately. So, an ad break is coming in about a minute or so. You'll probably only miss kind of disappointing auto-resign, but I can go and check my mail. Maybe I should do the crossword when they're slow getting back. Oh, I sold a magic card. What did I sell? Oh, I sold a foil Innocent Blood from the Odyssey series. It's Japanese. So a Japanese Magic the Gathering card. How much did I sell you for? I sold it for 1,200 yen. About $10 or so. That's pretty good. I'll take that for sure. I'll use that to benefit the stream. Don't you worry. Oh, that's exciting. Have to put that together after the stream's done. Any other email we got here? Oh, from the U.S. Department of Education. Our interest rate is ending soon. Consider a new repayment plan. Your forbearance is ending soon. Your federal student loan rate is going up. Exciting. I have to start holding fundraisers to deal with my student loans again. Exciting, exciting. 4, 3, 2, 1. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. Alright, alright. Is that a real or spam scam email? It's a real one, unfortunately. Yeah, the Department of Education has been threatening people, trying to get them to change off of the preferable to borrowers plan that I'm on to, but I won! GG! That's too bad. That's too bad, unfortunately. Oh, goodness. I pushed the rematch button. I did not mean to push that. I apologize. I just need to look at a quick review here. Yeah, not much to discuss, unfortunately. No real misses for anybody, so... Okay, so this is the question right here. Team, here's the question I would like to know. I had this moment of should I take that knight? I decided not to. But what happens if I do? What happens if I get super aggro guy and take that? It's an inaccuracy. Missed an opportunity to attack a pawn chain. Okay. So it's an even exchange, but it's not good enough. Would you prefer to see? I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, what would you have preferred to see at this point? Could I go ahead and castle? Oh, they're fine with castling. Castling's legit there. Okay. It's an even exchange, but not strong. So, should I not even consider that they lose castling? Because I thought it was the case that they're losing castling is a good thing. It's like a little bump in my favor on the even exchange. But I guess not. They can still castle queen side. Okay, good call, good call. It's only if I move the king that they can't castle at all. All right, got it. Weak, but not terrible. I appreciate that. Engines value bishop higher than knights. Okay, cool. For right now in my sort of lousy chess math, I compare them equally, but I see why bishops could be better. I have more trouble dealing with bishops late game. I think that's the only interesting move in this one. You know, we did a few more things. This one made me happy. I felt really good with that push there. Unfortunately, that kind of was the end of the game, and they resigned. Yeah, okay, there you go. Call to win. We're up to 314 elo. Not sure I deserve it after game abandonment, but we'll take it. Okay. Mighty Man from India. Namaste, my friend. Namaste. King's Pawn opening. Everybody plays King's Pawn. Alright, let's feel attacking today. I'm feeling attacking today. Rabble, rabble, rabble. So I take, they take, queen is free. I take, queen comes out really, really early. I can't have them chaining across, of course. I've probably seen this. It's called the Elephant Gambit. The Elephant Gambit, it's called. I've done this once before. Okay, I think I like that. I think that's the sequence I'm a fan of. And then, if this, then this. I have no idea on that opening, but hey, we'll take it. Now, we've discussed previously that my knight is overly forward, and this is a waste of tempo in some sense. It is the case that the pawn covers two locations I would like to escape to. So, I'm going to have to retreat to somewhere on the 4. If I go to g4, then the pawn will probably just advance again. So, shame on me for moving the knight forward. But we'll see how it goes. So knight forward attacks the pawn. Pawn forward attacks the bishop. Bishop over attacks and equal trades. I believe I want this. We'll see what happens next. I just glanced over to see what the black versus white balances right now. How am I playing my opening? I'm guessing it's all black all the way. All right, they retreated. Hooray tempo for Resorti. Hooray tempo. I like it a lot. Okay, so I expect we're going to get kicked at some point. And if that happens, it'd be very, very awkward for saving Buddy. So I kind of want to move a pawn forward. Oh, you know what? Never mind. If they get kicked, I need to deal with this as the thought. Like, this must die. So I can move a pawn forward. If they attack over, that's fine too. I just don't want to leave him to trap my knight. Maybe I shouldn't worry about that quite yet. Maybe we're cool for now. So how about we... Well, that's not going to work. So other buddy hangs there. I guess we just do this. It attacks here. And that seems pretty important. Yeah, dealing with that seems pretty important. The third thing to say, though, is as of right now, if the queen comes here, I can't do a darn thing about it, unfortunately. Yeah. Not so good. Okay. They begin building a pawn chain. They're protecting that. Fine. I want to move this knight so that I can get the bishop moving. The knight going here is actually safe. And they no longer have a pawn to kick. This place is safe also now. And if we go to here, we're attacking. But blocking this out. Okay. I can move my bishop forward one. I hate it. So I need to put this knight somewhere. That really is the fact of it, to get things moving. My queen can go check. Not sure it's helpful right now. My queen can move here. My queen can move here, I guess. This pawn is currently covered. Gotta be careful on that. Huh. This is confusing me. I'm not sure if it should be confusing me, but it is indeed confusing me. I can move my pawn forward is the other thing. But if we do that, then it definitely draws the queen's eye. I'd like to defend this pawn. That is the story of the day. How do I defend that pawn? If the pawn goes forward, it's defended then. Cool. This game. This game. This game. This game. Our brother gets some development. Alright, the queen is currently attacking nothing. That makes me happy. Cool. We can go attack the queen here. That doesn't really do much for us, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the story. That's the story of a girl. So I knew one of you two. Okay, if we take, we lose. Nothing to it. Yeah. This position is safe but gets kicked. If I move my queen to here, it faces off the other queen and lets me kingside. Um, yeah, lets me kingside a castle. It does block out that poor F bishop. Basically, every game I play, the F bishop ends up jammed in. I mean, as usual, I feel like I've gotten very congested. I know there's a discussion of a closed versus an open play style. I don't know what that means, but based on like my current sense of how I play the opening, I think mine might be closed, but this may not be true. I don't know why it happens. I don't know what always happens. I end up jammed up in there. I think part of it is just they get this thing going, and I really struggle with how to like get out of that trap. I know that's the whole thing. Like, I guess that I could just move you forward and do something with you, but that doesn't exactly free up much. Not sure, not sure. Man, if they move the queen to here, if they do queen mounts like that, I have some troubles. Okay, they move the king to the knight to the outside edge. I need to be ready for this. I guess that's less strong with no pawn here. Okay, if I move forward here, a pawn takes, and we don't get the queen, unfortunately. I can move. No, I want a castle. I want a castle. Cool. So I'm ahead on development by a little bit at least. I would like to get rid of the back pawn if possible. So I could push in here to attack the back pawn. If I do that and the queen comes to here, there's really nothing to do, right? Maybe I move my queen forward, but that's pretty bad. Yeah, we got to get this dealt with. So where are safe moves off of you? I mean, that is not safe. The outside edge is safe. Same here. I mean, right in front is safe, though again, it blocks you in. I wonder if it's my early game knight movement that ends up blocking everybody in, or what. Okay, pawn forward one here does what? If they take, then I can take the queen exchange. If they don't take, then I can take through, and that leads to a, actually leads to a queen exchange also. That also frees up some space for my bishop. Okay, I think that's the f pawn though. Oh, the f pawn. All right, you're currently attacking nothing. I can just move the bishop here, which covers more. That lets the rook then see things also. The queen can go nowhere except for forward one. I think that's a waste of a move, unfortunately. I guess the f pawn is less important now that the king is safe on the other side. So I'm going to offer this, and we'll see what comes of it. Okay. If I go for that, they can take my queen, but we can retake. If I go in right now, they'll take, and then I can do that. I'm very bad with queens, so I'm going to go ahead and take the queen exchange. I'll then take the pawn here, and I believe that will be even. I see some rah-rah-rah in chat. It is possible I shouldn't have done this. But, you know. Okay. Very cool, all fine. I take that. I'm going to move my bishop in a moment to here, I guess. I'm not sure. All right. So now they can castle. Not ideal for me. Not ideal for me, but that's okay. The king is now hanging out on white. This offers a tremendous X-ray on the king. If we go here, we are attacking the king, but we just lose. Same with this location, so not right now. If I attack this pawn, then the bishop takes, and that's not great. My knight is safe here now, but we gotta do something with some bishops here. Gotta do something. So maybe? Sure. Seemed good to me. Getting the rooks involved would be good. We are, in fact, developing pieces. How swell is that? So I see the possible forks. I like that very much. Just need to start moving some pawns out of the way. Get rid of some pawns, very happy. I'm guessing that the computer will be very angry that I traded queens there. It probably wasn't necessary to do so, but there have been too many times that I've thought, let's trade queens, and it's led almost immediately to, oh no, I've lost my queen instead. Hello, Knobs.
It's hot in here.
Oh, is it hot in here? Oh, this is actually not on.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you noticed that you were sitting inside like a boiler.
I don't know. I actually don't feel super warm today, so yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, it's not super.
Not super hot. It's true.
Not
it is
as
true.
much as usual.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I can't focus as much as usual, but it is really good seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. So this knight's attacking absolutely nothing. If I move my bishop to here, it's potentially attacking a whole bunch of stuff. So I kind of want to do that. Another possibility would be to attack into the pawn, I suppose. But I don't know what's happening right now. Yeah, I guess if it goes there. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Because if it moves forward, we can take even exchange, I guess. But if it moves forward, I can also nab the bishop, threaten the rook has to move, hooray tempo, and so on. Okay, we have center board control. The two paired bishops concern me a little bit. We're even right now still. Okay. Next move, I would like to go to here with my bishop, I believe. We get kicked. Do I go for the even exchange? I could back out also, and then possibly this comes forward. Okay, give me 1 second. So if I go here, I know that bishops are slightly more valuable. I'm not up at all, so I shouldn't be trading down quite yet. I believe. So if we go back, we get treated kind of aggressively, and nothing comes of it. So this is still kickable, unfortunately. I guess I'll go to here. Fine. I'm guessing there are ways to make use of some positions I find myself in, other than just pulling back. In that one, I didn't see it, though. If I attack, into here, there's that or that, of course. If I step back, kick again, and I don't know what comes out at all. Right now, checking the kings will be very, very challenging, of course. The only checks I see are ones that are ultimately not terribly productive. Now, I know it's the case that this pawn is weak when you have this situation going, but it is the case for me that I don't have a queen, so I can't really follow up on it. That said, I can go grab that pawn safely and then skedaddle back out. That might be worth doing. I can also, as mentioned, go ahead and move the rook here to have better access to something. But I'll take the win. I'll take the win for sure. And I don't believe there's a way that I can lose on this one. That's probably wrong. I don't immediately see how to lose on that one, though. That I still have the two knights hanging out together I don't exactly like. I know that knights staying next to each other can be quite strong in some ways, but I feel like I'm making a bit of an error by having that how it is right now. Okay, they move forward a little bit. So if we go here, they can then take on either side. I don't have anything covering this location, unfortunately. If I move here, I threaten the rook. If I threaten the rook runs away to somewhere. That doesn't exactly help us. It kind of does isolate the king more. If that happens, I can then what? I mean, I can just push the pawn forward, can't I? And if they take, then golly gosh, that's good for me. What order do I want there? Wait, is this a good exchange? They take, I take, I'm just down a pawn. Why would I do that, you fool? You fool. I should have the rook also. Once these change. So I go forward, they take, presumably, I take. Wait, what am I missing? Wait, I go in, they take, I take. They actually don't take back. I apologize. There's nothing following up on the knight. Sure, let's see what happens. Okay. If they back off to here, they then partially block out the rook's egress. So if I can move my rook to here, and then to here, things get pretty funny pretty fast. I think I see a way of trapping the rook, depending on what happens the next little bit. Oh, incidentally, you know what? That's kind of cool. I just now realized that if this and then this, I'm actually checking the king. And then the king can't go this direction. It's like he can only go this direction. Oh. Wait a second. If my knight goes to here, if my knight goes to here, you can't go there. You can't go there. Hey! You delivered a checkmate with a knight! Hey! Hey! There you go. There you go. I think it's the actual time. NB6 is made if they don't take, but Resorty won't see it. But Resorty won't see it. But Resorty won't see it. Very good, very good, very good. Glad I saw it, obviously. That's very nice indeed. Uh, Ridge himself wants to be friends. Hello, Ridge. Good seeing you. I like your user photo. Having a little smooch with somebody. That's a good smooch, I'm guessing. Lovely, lovely. Makes me a little envious of the like youthful joy of having a little smooch in a I don't know, national park or somewhere. All right, let's watch what happened. I wasn't even planning that. Wasn't even planning that, but it ended up working out. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Inaccuracy here. Like I said, this part confused me. They would have preferred that I just take there. Why? Okay. So I had noticed that something, something, something ability to check the king. I didn't recognize, though, the ability of, as usual, I didn't notice, like, the pinning importance that it would make it so that the knight couldn't be taken. I didn't do that. Instead, what I did was go forward, offer like center such and so. They take there. I talked for a very, very long time about how to do this before deciding this. So apparently that is the way to do it. What if I would have gone this way instead? It's a tremendous blunder, you fool. I mean, I said the queen trade kind of thing. That's your pregnant wife. Oh, Ridge is very sweet. Hopefully it was a good pregnancy for you both. It gives it the knight. Oh, does it? It gives it the knight. How? How is the knight given up? Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Okay, I see how it works. Alright, glad I didn't do that then. Hooray, good job. The kick gives me an opportunity to win a rook, apparently. Do I see how one wins a rook here? Not immediately. How do I win a rook here? Yeah. I can imagine, like, seeing the fork here, but anything past that, not for me, thanks. All right, great move, though. They kick. I run away here. I missed a chance to find a rook. True. They go in and attack in the normal kind of way. I block in the wrong direction, so they prefer the kick here instead of the face off. Fine. So should have kicked, didn't kick, whatever. I thought this counts as development. I like development. It's good. They run away. Very surprised they run all the way away, but okay. I start moving some knights forward. The two knights on the left-hand side provide a bunch of trouble for me. They sort of provide like a useless blockade. That's not the right word, but they get in the way. I advance the pawn. I should have outposted the knight instead. Yeah, so that move I think I looked at a few times and called it safe. I didn't see the outpost. Yeah, didn't see the outpost at all, unfortunately. Move forward. And why did I do that? I did that because I knew if the queen came forward, we'd be able to capture her. I love that move. The queen moves away. It's a good move for me, apparently. I move my queen in. That's a bad move. They preferred bishop across. I discussed this a few times. It felt to me like it was doing nothing of any value there. Like it was just a bad move. But I guess just that it's central is a cool thing. But didn't do that. Went there instead. Their knight goes to the outside. I'm not sure why exactly. We castle. Always a good decision. All right. Here is the place where I'm very curious to see what the internet, what the computer says about me. The queen's in the way of the bishop. Don't worry, we got a solution to that very, very soon. So I move forward intentionally, and I say, you know what? My queen's in the way. Better get rid of her. Don't you worry. We're freeing the bishop right away. All right. So they would have preferred a different move here. What was the move you prefer? Because I like that move very much. Yeah. So, again, this is an intentional queen trade because I'm bad at queens. So, apparently I lose a fair amount of guaranteed to win, but I'm okay with that. Okay, on we go. Take that. Big switch. Go to there. Go back where they want instead of the queen trade. I meant to best. Sorry, best. Take the pawn. They want to see me take the pawn there. Okay. Sounds good. Maybe I should have done that. All fine. I ended up taking the pawn anyway after the trade. All good. They castle. That was good, but I wouldn't have played it. Look here. It's like going forward. Yep. This is the move I do always. I just want to pin something, and as always, we end up having a bit of kicking. This time I ran away in a better position, but it's just a bad move. I think anytime I move my bishop anywhere near their pawn line is just stupid of me. Though I do get excited about it, of course. I run away, fine. They have their knights hanging out in the pasture. I go grab that pawn. Awesome. This ends up being a pretty determinative move for the game. At the time, I don't recognize how strong it's going to be, but it makes it impossible for the Black King to flee towards the A, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, they move forward. That's pretty cool. I move forward. Ends up being really good. Ends up being a very strong move, and I expect they're going to take here. And they don't. And I say, wow, golly gosh, I've done a really good thing. And I didn't realize how good it was until this move happened. And they give up. And it becomes mate in one. And yeah, we find it actually. So there you go. A pretty good game through and through. I played more aggressively there than I usually do. Especially that bishop takes pawn. That's not my normal repertoire. But I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, Rich himself, of course. I'm always happy to accept friend requests on chess.com. That's I tend not to play with anyone but randoms. But it is nice having more friends there. Go back and take your piece with their bishop. No. All right, we got time for one more game, my friends. It's half an hour to the ad break. Let's see if we can get this done before that. Here we go. Playing as a French person named Taj Bagoon. I just want to play one more game. All right, they go there. Cool. I do the same thing. What you gonna do? Please, nothing involving that. Thank you. Okay, attack cross. I do that. The center game has been accepted, my friends. Alright, the queen's out far enough that I can move other pieces out. That's great. They're now attacking my queen. Right. If you move the queen out early, it leads to this kind of nonsense, unfortunately. So, they're going to attack to here and to here. And move my queen to a place where she cannot be attacked in a single jump. So assuming here, I can move to there and be safe and attack that location. Assuming here, I'm safe there. Assuming here, I'm safe there. Okay. Last time, I tried very hard to keep the attack on the bishop, on the knight, and that was a big mistake. So this time, move to a safe location, no problems. It is the case, that's what, a loss of tempo, but I think you have to do that if you're going to accept the center game. They're currently attacking here, which is the, I'm attacking a rook, hee hee ha ha, and I'm attacking the queen, hee hee ha ha. So we want to move to a position where number one, we can't be captured, and number two, we protect the C pawn. I believe that going here is the correct move, because if they attack there, I stop them before they take the rook. If they attack here, the rook covers. This also attacks into the knight, and that's pretty cool. Yo. Sorry. We're now blocking in the green, of course. And that's no good. That's no good. Okay. If I take this, the knight can come over and cause some problems for me. We don't want that. So they're trying to invite my losing the queen. If I just go here, there's no problem, I believe. They take that. It gets awkward. Wait. We're fine. If I take this, then this happens, and nobody likes that. We're fine. Okay, knight to here protects that. Not sure we want that, though. Because if they end up taking that, I guess we go for queen trade. But if we go for queen trade, then this is on again. So do I push here? Okay. I could have also moved my queen over one to E, in that way avoiding the immediate queen attack, protecting here, but no longer attacking there. We'll see how it goes. Center game accepted Paulson attack. I wonder what part of that was Paulson attack. Might be the queens heading on in. Paulson feels like a much more recent name, though. Right? Some of these names are ancient names spoken long ago. But Paulson, I can't imagine anyone from like the 14th century being called Paulson. Paul's son, maybe, but the son, I'm less sure. Alright, I'm not developing. Pawn movement does not count as development. It may have been strong for me to get the old rook out there. In some measure, the queen is stronger here, except for that issue. Because that way, if they come down, we're better shape. But yeah. I'd like to just develop. Developing would be very, very cool. I'd like to stop blocking out the green. Bishop as always. All right, what you thinking? I got some complex French strategy in mind right now. They're counting out moves. They're seeing out might go. They're wondering, do they take this? Do they take that? I know I can't say anything about people taking a long time on a turn. I just wish I could see what they were thinking. And I realize that would ruin the game. So I guess I wish after the game, I wish I could see like how they pointed out pieces with the arrows and so on before they made their decision. Because I'm guessing it's the case they should run away their knight. Like, this seems like the obvious move is to c6 the knight. Because again, if it's the case that they don't c6 the knight, and we'll say take at mid into e4, then I take their knight. They presumably rush down the queen. I guess. Oh, they're disconnected. No, not like this. I only had time for one more game, I think. Oh, come on. Man, I thought the French internet was better than this. Well, this is our second game today, won by disconnection or abandonment. I really wonder if that means they closed the tab or meant their internet went out. I mean, my internet went out once today before I was playing, and so it does happen, I guess, but feels like internet disconnects far more from chess.com than from any other website, unfortunately. I'm guessing as people get to higher levels and care more about their elo, they most likely are a little bit more careful not to auto resign, we'll call it. But down here in the dumps, apparently, it's not a big deal to lose a few more elo. So if they don't come back in 34 seconds, we gain 8 elo, uh, back up to 330. But we'll see if we can stay up there. But unfortunately, I think has to be my last game. Yeah, unfortunately, we have a house inspection tomorrow. And while it's not inspecting anything that we've done, we still want the place to look nice for the people who are visiting. So, yep. GG. GG team. GG. Time for a bullet game. Hey, Yjack. How the heck you doing, Yjack? How's your RuneScape bed? Hope they're still enjoying clicking the rock forever no ways. A3 was great. Hey, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Try Blitz game for fun. I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that for sure. Louis Paulson was from 1833 to 1891. Okay. All right. I want to take a quick review of the early game. Man, early queen movement on my side, kind of horrifying. So how'd that work out anyway? Oh, play like a 1,100 player. Yeah, pure nonsense. Okay. So that is the book response. It weakens my position a little bit, looks like, to do that, but I think it's probably the best I can do. They go there. I run away to a safe location. I'm really happy I did that. Like, really happy I made that move. They go to a weird place. They're setting up for attacking the rook, as I said before. So I make, I think, a pretty strong move there. They would have preferred I go back by one. I get that because I'd be protecting the pawn also. So this is a good enough move though. They head on forward. I'm surprised by that. I see it's the case that there's a possible queen trade. I kick, and that's that. So very quick match indeed. But too bad. 330 is our ranking now. I suppose. All right. A bullet game be fun. You do understand that if I play a very fast game, I'm just gonna lose. I'll make bad moves constantly. All right. Do we do 1 minute bullets? Do we 3 minute blitz? Vibe based. The opponent will also. I mean, it's true. True. Let's do a 3 minute. All right. First time ever. Good luck and Godspeed. I'm not white. That's dumb of me. That's dumb of me, friends. That's dumb of me. This is the kind of thing you see in nonsense chess movies. When they want to indicate that someone's a genius, they start like moving as fast as they possibly can. Ooh-wee. Okay. We can not castle yet. Boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know, team. I don't know. Here we go. Okay. Cool. If I take this, then it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad, team. Pretty bad. I'm gonna get forked here, I think. Surprised I didn't. Uh, 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 what? Why am I still listed as 330 here? Wait, so I have one elo across all games. That's pretty dumb. That's pretty dumb, team. I don't want to have one elo across all games. That's bad. That's horrible. Why would anyone do that? Uh, okay. I want to play like 200. I'm never playing another game again. It hurts my beautiful elo. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's right. You run for me. Woo! The knight is now not really pinned, so that's not really a word. Okay. We now castle. That's pretty cool. Minute 5 left. Not so good, not so good. Hello. You're attacking nothing. That's cool. Let's attack you, I guess. I need to move this over to... no, I can't. I can't do that because of this. But I want to get this lined up. Hello. So that's backed up. I'll lose a rook in the process. Advance here. If they take that, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I thought it might happen. Yeah, I don't know, team. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. 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 This is not a safe move. Okay. This is like, no, I don't want to do that. Bad. Move some pawns. Move some pawns, thank you. Here come pawns. Hello? This is safe, yeah? No, it's not safe. Bad. Okay. I can go here safely and get kicked. Fine. That seems not good. Cool. Hello. Good seeing you. uh. What is even this game? Cool. That was fun. All right, gotta check something. Gotta check. Here comes a check. Boom, check. I gotta take a pawn, but then I lose that. That's bad. Okay. Well, that's that. Friends is horrible. Why would anyone play a game like that? Why would literally anyone play a game like that? Come on, come on, come on. This person says they're a doctor. I believe it. I believe they're a doctor of chess. I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch that team. Like, come on. It improves your thinking time. I think that's too fast to improve my thinking time. As you see, as a tremendous amount of yeah. Obviously, I spent like 42 seconds thinking about something that's not good. Rapid more better than speed. Okay, okay, legit. It's worth checking. Is it really? Is it really? Makes you move quick moves to improve your intuition. Is intuition real, comma man? Hey, Glowing Rose, good seeing you. I'm sorry for missing your message a moment ago. I should play 10-minute chess instead? Okay. Or 15. I tend to play 15. I play 15-10 usually. But yeah, my Elo's 167. Brutal. Brutal. Wait, I apparently played like an 800 player. I think it's like an 800 player. Is that true? Maybe it's true. Okay, I go forward, I go forward. They go forward by one. I go forward by a lot. That's a pretty bad move. It's probably night movement would have been better here. That'd be good. I go forward. I take that. Pretty bad. I attack that. That's pretty bad. Here comes a bishop. Here comes a bishop. I lose a pawn. That happens. Yep. I attack some stuff. That's very exciting. All very exciting. All very exciting. All very exciting. We do some fast stuff. I have to show you fast. I don't find it entertaining at all, my friends. That's a timeout. Or very good. I played 10-minute chess instead. Wait, why 10-minute as opposed to 15-minute? Like, what's the hate for 15-10? It's rapid. I go fast. I go very fast. I like 15-10 a whole bunch. It lets me think enough, but not forever. Also, Glow Rose, good seeing you for sure. It's perfectly fine. Right? I think from now on, in the same way that when people come in and say, "Hey, can I play you, man?" I just say no. I'm also going to say no to let's do anything faster than 15-10. What's the 10? Every time you make a move, you get 10 seconds back. There's a little bit of like, good job, made a move. That's great. Why Jack asked, what did I do for the April Fool's stream this year? I opened a box of baseball cards and a box of Magic the Gathering cards, and I've now developed a new habit of opening Magic the Gathering cards. If you want to see me do this and have some very silly shorts, check out that YouTube channel there. Some people have said it's now a 3-month long April Fool's Day joke. I love it though, love it. The reason why people hate 15-10 is because people accumulate 2-3 minutes of extra time by speedrunning the opening. Yeah, I mean, I still think through the opening in a big way. I try to take it very seriously to, see what I might do. I understand that people have memorized openings, but that's fine. In some measure, I think of my time as being independent of the opponent's time. When we're in the end game, I start making fairly fast moves and get my 10 seconds back at a time, but yeah, I really don't mind it. I'm guessing there's no perfect chess time, unless you're playing unlimited time like the old grandmasters do, maybe. But I think unfortunately that got made for me. Unless we do that very fast one, which I don't really want to do. I think that will be that. So I want to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed yourself today. I hope you have a good weekend, frankly. Tomorrow is my one day off a week. I'll be back the day after. We'll play some Rimworld. Those of you playing Rimworld, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're having a good time with that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing about your stories and getting my own story of Rimworld Odyssey going again pretty soon. So have a nice day without me tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Relax some. Have some fun. And we'll see you again real soon. Goodbye, friends.